Welcome on in,
Hello.
SGL. It is a fine Wednesday night, and we have a triple header ready to go. Yes, that's right. 3 cup matches. We are going to be kicking off very soon with the Championship Cup upper quarterfinal matchup between Emerald City Defiance of Seattle Sounders and Frontera Azul of San Diego FC. After that, we will have 2 matches kicking off at the same time. Frontera SD Chrome versus Sounders RC in the Premier Cup, as well as Emerald City RC versus El Matador, also in the Premier Cup. Yes, all of these matches are in the upper quarterfinal. We have just started off the tournament, and I will not be alone in the commentary booth. So, with the only Mazar right here is...
Hello, it's Andrea. I'm here again. I'm back. Also known as Philosophy Girl. We have a great game coming up.
Absolutely, Andrea. Thank you for joining us. This is going to be a long, busy night, so get ready. And also, chat, get ready. There's going to be a lot of action coming up, so get your food and drinks ready to go. And strap yourselves in for a great night of SGL action. Now, Andrea, whilst we get ready for the first match, which will kick off in about 5 minutes, how about we take a look at the Championship Cup bracket to get a recap and an idea of what the rest of the matchups are?
That sounds like a plan. All right. So, of course, yesterday we had Los Verdes play Rebellion. Rebellion taking home a 4-0 sweep, sending Los Verdes down to the losers bracket, and looking pretty dominant doing it.
Indeed, they did look really, really good. I did admire Los Verdes' effort, though. I think they did a great job of putting up a fight against the Rebellion, and they've been getting better week after week, too. But this Rebellion side is just too good, skill-wise, so they were able to see them off comfortably in the end. And in the upper semifinal, we have Steel Army versus the Rebellion, a rematch of 1 versus 2 that will be coming up in a couple of weeks' time. And Los Verdes go down to the lower bracket into the lower quarterfinal, where they will face off the loser of the other upper semifinal matchup. Meanwhile,
Yeah, they're gonna
Andrea,
face up.
Sorry, go ahead.
They're gonna face up against one of these 4 teams. It could be one of the 2 from tonight. Could be one of the 2 from tomorrow. But Steel Army Rebellion's just scary right now. Just not somebody you want to go up against. And I honestly thought we had a pretty good Los Verdes Rebellion match last night, but they found a way to just keep it a sweep, and they've done that so well.
They absolutely have, and they'll be the team to look out for in this cup tournament as well as the league. With that said, we have EC Defiance versus FSD Azul kicking off very soon. How about we just take a look at the team stat comparisons just to get an idea of what these 2 teams are like. So let's dive right into that, Andrea.
All right. Yeah, and I think we have some pretty evenly matched teams tonight.
I fully agree. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. The big difference being EC Defiance's prolific attack. They have been really, really good this season in getting those goals in. They have been one of the most potent attacking sides in SGL this season, which is amazing to think of, given where they started off in Season 7. Season 7, they're one of the worst teams in SGL. Season 8, they were getting up there and getting better. And now, this season, they are one of the top championship teams, and keep an eye on them. They might be the dark horse in both the league and the cup.
And when you play with or against them, it really does show that they have some people who are absolute attacking menaces up there. Parks especially. Birdnana not to be messed with. Green Mario can get some, and I mean, look at those goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what makes them incredibly scary here. It is the fact that these players can step up and play a big part whenever they get involved. And you know what? It's going to be a big test for Frontera Azul, especially defensively. Like, they need to hold on strong. They are capable of it, but EC Defiance is going to be a difficult matchup for them for sure.
I mean, Parks and Birdnana are damn near half on shot to goal margin. Like they're killing it. And FSD Azul also not to be messed with. Great team. Had a less fortunate result recently, but I still think they belong towards the top, don't they?
Absolutely. And one thing I noticed is the Frontera Azul players have just entered the lobby. So how about we take a look at their player stats? They've only been playing 3 players so far, Andrea. It's just been Aquatic, Kato Boy, and the Divine Waffle. The Divine Waffle making his debut this season. And not gonna lie, despite them only playing these 3 players, they haven't done too badly. Took them a bit of time to settle in, but now they're good to go. KJ especially looking clinical in front of goal as the cleanup guy. Dr. Aquatic being the main man on the attack, but also playing a big part defensively. And the Divine Waffle still trying to find his feet. But when he gets going, and this is something Dr. Aquatic told us as well a couple of weeks ago, we have to watch out for him because he is going to be a serious threat.
Yeah, and they have great chemistry, and I think that only having 3 people might help a little bit with that. I mean, you can't adjust as easily, but at the same time, like, you're all that you've had to play with, and so you just know exactly where somebody's going to be and what they're planning on doing.
Yeah, and that familiarity might help them. Not gonna lie, but speaking of familiarity, we see that with EC Defiance as well. I mean, their lineup has been consistent. They, however, did add in Bisbo recently, but I just have to make sure that I am correct in that. Yes, they did add in Bisbo recently, but besides Bisbo, it's the same 4 of Bird, Nana, Parks, Nose, and Green Mario.
Indeed, and Bisbo is the one who was on EC Eternal's charts that you kept talking about being there, and we were like, no, he's not here. But they have a great lineup. Bisbo's not on the chart though yet.
I'm trying to see why. Yeah. So give me 1 second. Let me see what's going on here. Mina should
Has he played for ECD yet?
No, he has played for ECD. That's the thing. Okay. I just don't know why it's not coming up in the team stats, but it might require a refresh too. So let's see. Anyways, we are at kickoff, so I mean, we are gonna be getting started very soon. Let me just see if this works. Okay, this doesn't work. What if I do this? Because the thing is, I had to make an update in the there you go. Make an update in the stats. Now it's up. Bisbo is in here. He only played 3 games so far, Andrea. That's the thing. He's really yet to find his footing as well with EC Defiance. We've seen his potential for EC Eternal in Season 8. He did look... Season 9. He looked very good for them. But now, he's in a brand new team, in a brand new division. Hasn't played much, but we'll see if he gets more involved tonight.
Yeah. And, this is going to be one of the closest matchups I think we've seen in the championship all year.
Absolutely agree. Before we get started, just want to highlight people entering into the chat. Skyline, good to see you. Caesar, good to see you as well. Shea Bomb coming in saying it's a Frontera SD kind of night. I agree. And you know what? In both matchups, you have the Frontera team of San Diego facing off against the Seattle Sounders team. In the Championship Cup, you have EC Defiance versus Azul, of course. And in the Premier Cup, which will come later on, right after this, you have Frontera Chrome versus Sounders RC. And you know what? On that note, we are just about ready to go. Andrea, get yourselves ready. We are going to get started very soon.
Nice. Excited for this one. This is going to be a great one.
And here we go.
All right.
Both teams are going in. We're just waiting for the third. Still waiting. There you go. All right. Here we go, chat. EC Defiance versus Frontera Azul Championship Cup. Here we go. Let's see which one of these teams will go into the upper semifinal.
We start with an attack from Nose, who's just going to put it up on the backboard, but good defense there. And Green Mario trying to keep it over. Stuck in corner. Still stuck in corner, but it looks like Divine Waffle going to push up. Aquatic taken out of the corner. pushes off ceiling, and we're in sort of a stalemate already. But so kickoff yields nothing, and we're playing the game.
Oh, what a powerful shot! KJ almost getting that on target, just didn't get the bounces off of the post and the crossbar. And with the early pressure, EC Defiance breathe a sigh of relief as they get away with it right there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot, and EC Defiance gets away with it and then capitalizes.
And it is,
you know,
KJ. Go ahead.
You get away with something, you turn it around, and I mean, all that pressure, Azul gets nothing.
And you know what makes it even worse, Andrea? KJ was going up there trying to control the ball, makes a mistake, gifts it to Defiance, and they get the early goal. And maybe this will help them get going in this matchup. Now keep in mind, chat, this is the Cup. It's not a league match. It's not a best of 5. It is a best of 7. And Green Mario extends the lead to make sure that EC Defiance take control of this game 1.
I think what you have to highlight about that is the pass. I mean, just beautiful thing right at the corner. I think he knows he's not getting it in the goal from there, and he just puts it in a perfect place to an easy tap in.
And you know what? It's that team play that's going to make the difference, especially against a Frontera Azul side that can be a little bit difficult to score against when they get settled into their defensive shape. But what EC Defiance has been getting better and better at has been their team play, their rotations, and the speed at which they play. We'll see if they can take advantage of it right here. Green Mario settles into the back, gives it to Waffle though.
Divine Waffle has the second touch there.
KJ follows up and gets one back for FSD Azul.
Yeah, that play happens in slow motion. He just makes a beautiful pass, and there's nothing he can do about it. Slots it right between two defenders, and we're in a game.
We indeed are in a game right here. And speaking of game, just as a heads up to continue on with how this format is set up, this is not your conventional 3v3 best of 7. This is a Gamer's 8 style format. And what that means is, in every even game, we will have an alternate game mode be picked by the losing side. So in game 2, whichever team loses gets to pick off of 2v2s, hoops, snow day, rumble, or you know what, if they want to go back to it, a 3v3.
Hey, what game modes do you want to see, Maz?
Honestly, I love watching the extra modes. I need to see as much of them as possible, so the more of those, the merrier. And Dr. Aquatic does not want to be the guy to be responsible for picking the extra mode. He takes charge, gets the equalizer with the back end of his skyline. And Frontera are now 2-2 after going 2-0 down.
Yeah, he did not want to pick that mode. He was too afraid his team was going to push him into picking Rumble or something, and we have a tie game on here.
And I know you guys kind of had a jarring experience with Rumble yesterday, but I will say this as a spectator, it can be fun to see the chaos unfold. The sort of chaos that I wish I could see from 4v4s, although not possible this season. Open net though,
nice
Bernardo going for the shot. KJ with a great save. And oh, Green Mario should have put that on target, Andrea.
Yeah, he really should have. He skies it though. And we're sort of like, we're settling into a very close game. Bird Nana just given a beautiful pass, able to just lightly tap that in through the air.
And one thing I've noticed in chat is Deepsy showing his love for Bird Nana. And of course, Bird Nana steps up. He has been the top guy for EC Defiance this season. He brings EC Defiance up 3-2 with about 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, we were just joking around. I was having a 1v1 with Bird Nana a little bit ago. He is amazing. He absolutely killed me. He is a menace.
And he's trying to show it here as well. Getting the demos on the Frontera players. Frontera, though, keeping up the pressure. Nice pinch by the Waffle. Just got it too close to the opposition goal. And you know what? It's weird to see how both teams are just trading the momentum in this match. It's like the pendulum just keeps swinging back and forth and doesn't really settle anywhere. And now, great pass out to Aquatic. EC Defiance get away with it yet again. Andrea, I don't know which way this match is going to go because it feels like the match can just swing in any direction.
I'm not sure either. 1 minute is a long time in Rocket League, and we have a pretty even game here. I would give the edge to ECD just because the game is slowing down a little bit, and we have an ECD. That was nearly something. We have an ECD lead, but like I said, 1 minute, Rocket League, long time.
Indeed it is. EC Defiance almost getting the lead, and now they're keeping up the pressure. Nose over one. He has a chance for a double tap, and he extends the lead by 2 with an incredible solo effort. We saw this from Nose last season, and he's bringing out his individual skill on display this season as well. 4-2 to EC Defiance.
Yep, just a nice little pass to himself off the sidewall, and he just has a beautiful little second touch. Slots that in perfectly. And we are looking at a game that's starting to shift a little bit in EC Defiance's momentum, and with the amount of time left, a 2-goal lead is going to be harder to come back from with no kickoff.
Yeah, and if there's any time that Azul need to get a goal back, it is right now. They're running out of time. Perfect chance though for the Waffle. Tries to go for a near post shot off target. No follow up there either. EC Defiance do just enough to get the ball out, but now they need to deal with another spell of pressure. Ball being centered, not strong enough. Big bump on, and somehow KJ gets it in, courtesy of Dr. Aquatic's presence.
That's a beautiful bump, and he almost accidentally saves it from his teammate, but it's able to just get a second touch and slot right in. Without that bump, though, that play is nothing.
Indeed, and with time running out, now it's the time for Frontera Azul to get the equalizer.
Keep it on the wall!
They keep it up!
It's in the air! It's still in the air!
Who's gonna take the final key touch? No, trying to bring it down. It's still up, but no one is able to follow it up. EC Defiance barely get the game 1 win in this cup match.
Beautiful little bit of ball at the end there. Just try to keep it up, just like we've all done in some games before. And it doesn't work out for them, but they nearly make a push to take this to overtime at the end there. But EC Defiance take their first game of the match.
And they tried really hard as well. And you know what? Valiant effort from Frontera Azul. But EC Defiance showed their class today. Both Bird and Nose getting close to 500 points. And you know what? Speaking of Nose, I mean, his goal was the difference maker at the end of the day, Andrea. What impressed you the most about EC Defiance in this game 1?
I mean, they were pushing through a really great team, and they had some great combo play out the back there. And I mean, also some great solo effort. That final goal, passing it up to himself off the side wall, was pretty beautiful.
Indeed it is. And you know what? Your individual skill starts to count for more in these extra game modes. We will see what we have coming up here. Andrea, you're starting to see the map set up. You might have an idea of what's coming up next. You don't need to spoil it if you don't want to, but get ready.
I think I know what it is.
Well,
I knew the moment that we started shitting on Rumble that this was going to be something players would do.
yes, that is right. Game 2 is Rumble. No subs on either end. It is Burnana, Green Mario, and Nose for Defiance versus Aquatic, K-Doughboy, and the Divine Waffle of Azul. Here we go. Let the chaos unfold.
I think Rumble might be slightly easier to commentate the second time around, as we have... No, I still don't know what's happening.
Well, we did see a switch. Oh, great spot right there. And Dr. Aquatic gets the lead, courtesy of an incredible heads-up play. The spout spikes right on time.
I almost feel like that's an own goal.
It is an own goal, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why he goes for that like that.
Well, to be fair to Nose, he did panic, but it worked out for him at the end. It worked out for Azul. Didn't work out for Nose at the end of the day. I like the idea, though. Use the spikes to get control of the ball. But not easy. It's not easy at all.
You still have momentum going forward. I mean, so you're just gonna drive the ball in instead as Green Mario. There's a beautiful little freeze there by someone, and he just takes it.
And now you're starting to see the heads-up plays that players make. You can use the ice, but if someone has the hook, they can torpedo themselves towards the ball, and that's what Green Mario did to get the equalizer with 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go.
You know, I actually kind of hate that I'm starting to understand what's happening, as we almost have a good normal goal, and Doughboy comes in to clean up some normal Rocket League. We're playing the game again.
Listen, even Rumble has its normal Rocket League gameplay that you have to appreciate, and that right there is good team play. The Divine Waffle providing the far post pass to KJ, who squeezes it past the post and into the back of the net. Now Green Mario's turn to respond, goes for the double to no avail. And it won't be long before we start to see the power-ups, Andrea.
Yeah, beautiful demo. I love when someone is just like, hey, this is too dangerous, I'm gonna get this shit the fuck out of here. That's how you should be as a defender. Just kill them, because they're gonna get a good shot off on you.
And speaking again, the ball out of here. That's what Azul was barely able to do. Nose using the spikes to hold on for as long as possible. But at the end of the day, the punch from the gloves was just enough to get the ball out of there.
J-Bomb over here saying Rumble is the way. I don't know if I can concur on that one, but I fear we've awakened something in the SGL community.
Listen, I said it before. I enjoy spectating Rumble games, and I'm absolutely enjoying the use of the power-ups on both sides. They've done a great job to make sure that the ball stays out of each other's net. And now the ball's in the blue half. Green Mario's finally taking control, getting a nice air dribble going. But the glove comes out, the punch to take the ball away, and now Aquatic clears it out.
Oh, the freeze stops a beautiful shot. And that's a nice punch, but it's over the bar.
Oh,
Doughboy able to get a normal clearance. And
yes, there's a lot happening right now. Players are getting the boost power up, which means they have no control over their speed, and they have to go at full speed forever, which can work out if you know how to control your vehicle in those situations. But now the power-ups are dried up. You get a bit of normal Rocket League gameplay. Let's see what comes up next. Spikes and magnets together.
And now we have
oh
a
my
running
goodness, Bird was carrying Green Mario. Andrea, that might not have worked out for them.
That was a running back in his blockers, and it doesn't work. They get a behind the line of scrimmage tackle there and just pull it all the way back. Maybe a fumble.
And then Aquatic comes in with the strength power-up, just destroying that ball and forcing it into the back of the net with a nice 173 km/h shot, courtesy of Alan Pandering Woo's BangersOnly.com radar gun.
Yeah, we have sponsored players at this point. It's become such a good league. We're not doing a Rumble Cup. That's the worst idea I think I've ever heard.
Well, you know what? Bring it up, Shea Bomb. We'll see what the community feels like about that idea. But for now, we have this Rumble game going on in Game 2. Azul making the most of it. Up 3-1 right now with about 2 minutes to go. Aquatic using the spikes, but he cannot take control. And now the ball's in the orange half. Nice ice power-up use right there, but KJ does not have the boost. Aquatic, though, gets up and barely gets it out of the way.
I guess it just slows the game down. Maybe there's something to that at least. Oh, nice freeze! Birdnana able to just let that ball sit there and hit it whenever he feels like getting around to it.
Great magnet use there by Nose as well, centering that ball to perfection. I don't know who applied that ice power up, but it just didn't work out for Azul. As EC Defiance get one back with 1 minute 19 seconds to go. Honestly, this game can go either way, just like Game 1.
And again, we have a game that's, even in a weird game like this, very close, very similar ability in both teams.
Oh my goodness, incredible use of power-ups right there. I thought Azul were gonna get the goal, but the punch came to perfect use. Nice freeze there to center the ball in the midfield. And this ball's going into the other end.
Getting a beautiful...
I was gonna go in, Andrea, but the ball barely stays out.
Yeah, I did too.
What a save by KJ at the right place at the right time. Let's it go for the Divine Waffle. And Frontera are holding on for their dear lives.
I'm still a little bit in the what am I watching camp, but that was actually a beautiful use of power-ups, and I hate saying that.
It's only going to get better. Some of the players in the Premier Cup really enjoy playing Rumble and making use of those power-ups, so be on the lookout for that later on. But for now, these championship players are showcasing why they are the ones to look out for. Both Defiance and Azul have been incredible, but there has to be one winner, and in this case, it is Frontera Azul coming back from the Game 1 loss to take Game 2, and we are now tied 1-1.
Guaranteed at least 5 games now, so that's cool.
Indeed it is. You know what's even better? For you, Andrea, we're going back to regular soccer for Game 3.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. I hope they aren't allowed to pick Rumble again for the next weird game mode.
Well, we brought this up yesterday. They won't be. Once you use a game mode, it's not going to be available for anyone else to use.
Cool. I want to see somebody on the Dunk House. We still haven't gotten to see that yet.
I know what you mean. Hoops is my favorite game mode as well. We shall see if these sides want to make use of that. I also like to watch the drop shot. Hopefully we get to see that as well. Don't be surprised though if in search of victory they decide to go with the regular 2v2 game mode, because it can happen.
Yeah. I mean, I said this last night, but my first time ranking Diamond was in Hoops, like a few years ago, before I ever was Diamond in anything else.
Wait, what were you Diamond in again?
My first thing I ever ranked Diamond in was Hoops.
There you go. I see why you have a soft spot in your heart for that. Makes perfect sense now.
Yeah. Now I'm like in threes trying to get Diamond 3 for the first time in my life, and I'm, well, you know, solo queue is just depression, so we've all seen how horrible that can go.
No, I get you. It's not easy at all. I mean, you need to have a lot of discipline and endurance just to go through solo queues.
And good YouTube videos to watch while you do it.
Perfectly agreed. You need something to keep the vibes up when the going gets tough. That's for sure.
Yup.
So, chat, apologies for the wait. I think one of the EC Defiance players is struggling to get into the lobby right now. We're just waiting for them to come in, and they're finally in. We should be good to go right now.
Are we going to see any subs here is another question.
We shall see as the players join and get ready for Game 3. Spoiler alert, we do have subs. And as you see right now on your screen, Bisbo and Parks come in for Bird Nana and Nose. Green Mario stays in. Here we go, Game 3. Who will take advantage of this matchup? Who will get the privilege of selecting the game mode for Game 4?
Yeah, and already we see Bisbo making his substitution count. Beautiful little just tap in from the air there. And open net, nothing to be done about it.
And that's the perfect start for Defiance. Unfortunately, K Doughboy sets up EC Defiance like he did in Game 1 for their equalizer at 1 apiece. And now we'll see if Frontera Azul can respond. KJ bringing it up. Trying to go for a solo play right here. Nice double. Shot into the net from Aquatic. Great team play right there. KJ did the heavy lifting, but it was not going to be easy for Aquatic either. He takes advantage of that great pass, gets the equalizer. 1-1, and we've only played 28 seconds.
I think he hits it off of Parks to get it on the wall there. I can't be sure, but it really did look like that.
Yeah, it looked kind of weird, didn't it? I mean, I couldn't tell from my point of view, but maybe you're right. Nonetheless, KJ does get the assist, so for him, job done.
Beautiful dribble from Bisbo to just sort of languish it in the corner, but still, we have some great attacking already from EC Defiance, and same with FSD Azul. These are like we said at the beginning of the match, pretty evenly matched teams.
And they are showing it right here. Frontera Azul, comprising of several players from the locals last season who were in the Premier. EC Defiance with one player coming in from the Premier and Bispo from Season 9. And the rest of their players improving and getting better than ever. One of them, Green Mario, right here, right now. Two of them who've appeared in the first couple of games. Bird
Bispo.
And Nose. Parks as well, of course.
Parks with a nice shot right to the corner, to the post. Green Mario, Bispo, just right over the bar. They're doing some nasty stuff, and it's just not connecting yet, but you have to think it will eventually.
It will, and I think this is something we need to bring up yet again, because Bispo is making his 4th appearance in the season, first in the Cup, of course, and you can start to see, like, he's still trying to get used to his teammates.
Nice shot from Bispo from downtown as you're talking about him.
Perfect timing, right? Bispo, he may not be used to his teammates, but he still has the high individual skill, and he is showing it right here with a precise shot from the center of the field. Brings EC Defiance up 2-1 in this game 3.
And I think that's also an important demo from Parks. I think that might get saved if he doesn't step in and demo there too.
Absolutely, but now EC Defiance needs to defend. They leave the net open. Bispo got a brace, and now Aquatic responds with a brace, and it's 2-2 just like that.
Back-to-back shots from downtown, and both teams are going real aggressive, leaving the net a little bit open.
And I don't know what you do if you're either side. I think they're both happy to try and get up and commit, but I mean, Andrea, in this situation, would you want to sit back and just be like, okay, let's stop conceding shots and chances, or would you rather go up and commit? That's KJ. Gets his first in game 3 and the lead for Azul.
I gotta say, I was gonna say, God, no, don't. You still want to stay aggressive, and I think I stand by that. And Bispo was switching things up right there and sitting in net, and it doesn't work out for them. So I think basically stick with your gameplay, you know?
Indeed. But for that to really work out, you need to make sure your third is up and ready to go. If they're no
Green Mario,
they will be in trouble. For now, though, it is Azul taking the lead, but EC Defiance trying to go for it as well. Great dunk right there by Bispo, but the ball is loose, and the ball goes into the orange half.
Oh, Parks misses a crucial save. Divine Waffle just sort of hits it to the side.
Now Aquatic trying to go for a bump. Oh, nice job right there by Parks. Had to be there to make sure Divine Waffle didn't get an easy shot in. Hold strong as we enter the final 2 minutes.
Ooh, nice shot. Parks is able to save. There's some definite sloppiness going on in the back, in both sides, actually.
A little bit, yes, and maybe the subs might have played a part, but there's still a lot of time to go, Andrea, as Aquatic comes up. Doesn't really get enough to the ball. Waffle now, a bit too slow himself. Might this be Defiance's chance to equalize?
Nice little dribble past him. That's going to go over center, but be a little bit too high, and they're going to have to just reset.
And the hesitation.
This game slowed down a little bit.
The hesitation from Azul hurt them, and now it might be going the other way. But Parks comes up with a huge save. He had to be ready for that, and he was. And now the ball's going into the other end. That save might be the turning point in this game.
Yeah, and you can see that they want it to be. They push that right away, try to turn it into an attack. They're able to put some pressure on here, though, as just a nice little touch from Aquatic, though. Bispo pushing to corner, not looking very dangerous. And yeah, this game slowed down a little bit, and that's not good if you're EC Defiance.
No, absolutely not. You need to keep the pace up. And now Bispo tries to keep it going, but he gives it to the Waffle. Waffle sends it up way high up right there.
What? You gotta hit the ball if you're ECD there. That's... Oh.
Just like that,
nice
right?
pinch from Aquatic. Park's able to push that out. And you have 20 seconds. I feel like this ball needs to be getting pushed more.
They do need to push it, but they just
Beautiful
look a bit
Bispo,
hesitant. And Azul might be giving them too much ground. It's the final 10 seconds. Kick off right here.
Yeah, it's on the wall.
Nice
That's
50
not
though.
good for ECD. Yeah, that's in a pretty not dangerous spot, isn't it? As it just sort of hits the ground there, and we're off to ECD down 2-1.
And after losing game 1, Frontera Azul win 2 in a row, and they lead 2-1 in this matchup. But chat, you know what that means? EC Defiance gets to pick their game mode. Let's see what they have in store.
I am so ready to see what they pick that is not Rumble.
Oh no,
Might be Snow Day.
Rumble,
A lot of
though.
people, I've talked to a lot of people love Snow Day. So we could see another Snow Day.
Well, here's hoping. But the game mode has been picked. And we are gonna go into our next matchup very soon. Chad, I apologize if I'm not interacting too much with you guys right now. I'm focused on making sure that everything's good to go and ready to go right here. I do see a lot of interactions going on. Good to see Ducky, Shay, Kelsey as well. Deepsy, you've been active too. Bernana coming in for a short cameo. And the real Plowdry as well.
We're going to see some twos.
Yes, that is right. We have twos coming up. We're just waiting for everyone to join and get ready to go. But you know what? It makes sense. Defiance are behind. They need to get back. Twos might be the best way to go.
Yeah. They have some really aggressive players. Once you get past somebody in twos, it's a lot harder to make some saves. It's not quite as much as ones where you get it past somebody and everything's over. But yeah, that aggressive playstyle could really suit them.
Indeed. And this is where your individual skill level comes into play as well. I like to describe twos as ones with a teammate, and it might be that whoever has the best individual skill on show might be the difference maker in this twos matchup.
It's looking like we're gonna have Bisbo and Nose versus Aquatic and Doughboy.
Indeed, as both teams now go in, we are ready to go. EC Defiance versus FSD Azul, Game 4, 2v2. Bisbo and Nose for Defiance, Aquatic and K-Doughboy for Azul. Here we go. Who is gonna win this Game 4?
Yeah, and I think it's a very open question because we've had both teams with both of these players having some great individual efforts, and that's gonna really be the difference maker here as Doughboy. Just like I said, people get past people in twos, and you make a mistake like that, it's over.
And that's the big thing about twos. You have no cover if you're the second guy. You have to be very efficient with all of your actions. Otherwise, you get beaten like that and leave the net open.
Indeed. And so it's looking like we have Azul taking a bit of a command of this game. Like overall, they're sort of taking the driver's seat here.
Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of surprised as well because Bisbo is the strongest player on paper in this matchup, but he's just looking really off the pace. I think he's still trying to just settle into how this whole match has been going. And Nose, likewise, trying to get adjusted to Bisbo at the same time.
Yeah, and they have some players who are great through the air. I'm actually kind of surprised they don't pick hoops or drop shot. You know, you have Parks, you got Bisbo, you got Nose. I almost feel like that would have been great for them, but we might still see it. We have a potential for a third funky game mode here if EC Defiance is able to pull another one out. So,
But what a fake though from Aquatic, but
Beautiful.
he just couldn't center it for KJ, who came in a bit too late. I think the pass itself was fine.
Nice!
But Bisbo makes them pay for not taking advantage of that, and now you start to see his individual skill level come into play. Great control, great flick over Aquatic. 1-1 between EC Defiance and Frontera Azul.
Yeah, beautiful dribble, beautiful flick. There's really nothing else that can be said about it. Amazing individual effort, and I can't wait to see more of those for the rest of this game. As Bisbo put it up to the backboard, but Nose isn't really in the right place to do anything about it. He's going to try to do some individuals here, and also to the backboard.
One thing I've been noticing is in the back line, both Aquatic and KJ have been trying to go for the defensive action, either to stop the ball going into the net or to clear it out. We'll see if they can sort that out, because double commits can be very dangerous in this game mode.
Yeah, double commit is a full commit. That's a triple commit in threes, basically. So, yeah. As Bisbo able to just take care of it, they leave it open. There's some sloppiness in the back. Nose with a beautiful little just hit off of the... My brain's broken right now.
Yeah, don't worry. I can help you out right here. Great pass by Nose, by the way. Having enough boost to pinch it off of the wall. And Bisbo doing all he can to force it into the back of the net. Despite a great defensive effort by Aquatic. And speaking of Aquatic, he tried to go for the equalizer. KJ going for the bump. Bisbo doing just enough to save it. And I think now we can safely say Bisbo is settled and ready to go. But not at that instance. Aquatic responds with the equalizer. And it is 2-2.
And after such a beautiful save from Bisbo, using up all his boost, but that's also part of the problem is he's got no boost left there for the afters.
And that is what is also very important. We've talked about not double committing. We've talked about being very efficient as the second man. Boost management is also a big deal in twos. You're responsible for larger areas of this field now. You can't just, rush and then have enough time to get your boost back. And now you're starting to see Frontera Azul grow into this. But the demos quickly shift the momentum to the other side. Bisbo getting up, taking over. Oh, that bounce was unfortunate. He was looking for that double, but the net is open. Oh! And Nose gets in at the perfect time. Aquatic with a huge miss. And Defiance take the lead. 3-2.
And that's just a whiff on something you should go for, and so it's really unfortunate from Aquatic because he did everything right. He just whiffs it at the end. Oh, nearly as sort of a self-save there from Doughboy.
I'm not sure if that shot was on target. I think that's what KJ was trying to do. He's trying to set up Aquatic, but put too much power in there. But now he's going to try and redeem himself. Good pass to Aquatic. Oh! Aquatic off the backboard. KJ.
Oh, Doughboy needs...
Oh, unlucky, Andrea. He just couldn't get it on target. Oh! Defiance. Make Azul pay yet again. They get the 2-goal lead. Nose this time gets the goal. And EC Defiance are up 4-2.
Nose breaks Aquatic's ankles right there. Just completely crosses him up.
Indeed. And Andrea, I gotta ask you, how impressed have you been with Defiance in this game?
They've been great because they started not great, and they've completely flipped it around.
So who do you think has been the difference maker for Defiance in this game?
I mean, there's only two options, but I definitely do think it has to be Nose, right? I mean, some beautiful individual efforts on Bisbo, on a great goal from Bisbo. They also had a really important light pass to just get it center off of the corner. As Bisbo just open net again, and just from downtown, he just gets a little ground hit.
And I think the game is running away from Frontera Azul right now. They're starting to lose control, kind of rushing things to get a goal back. And with less than 45 seconds to go, it makes perfect sense. But now they're down by 3, and EC Defiance looks set to tie this matchup yet again and take us to a best-of-3.
Yep, and that will be pretty hype. I honestly, obviously, as a Sounders fan, EC Defiance winning would be great, but a Game 7 would also be great on this one. This has been amazing matches. Dr. Aquatic makes it at least possible to come back from this.
And could Frontera Azul do it. They have come back. They have taken the lead as well. They did lose the lead, granted, but in 2v2s, you always have the time to come back. With 18 seconds to go, Frontera Azul need a goal right now. Can they secure it? Not with misses like that. But EC Defiance are choosing to be a bit more conservative as the clock winds down and the time gets wasted for Azul. I think EC Defiance have sealed the deal. They have won game 4 and they tie this matchup 2-2.
Yeah, there's a little bit at the end of Aquatic trying to make a little bit of a comeback, but they don't get the kickoff they need for something like that, and we're going to at least a game 6, I believe.
We absolutely are. What a great start to the night with some incredible games right here so far. Very evenly matched affair right here too. I mean, it's been tough to split both sides in each of these games, Andrea. I feel like this is the first time we've seen, you know, a clear difference with EC Defiance stepping up and taking control.
Yeah, I mean, this is a close game. It's really hard to find differences in qualities between these two sides. I mean, in individual moments, of course, like, you know, EC Defiance kind of walked away with it, but it isn't looking like that's going to be the entire rest of the night unless we see something amazing here from EC Defiance, and then it could be like that.
Indeed. Chat, how are y'all doing tonight? Hopefully you're having fun in this matchup so far. Both teams are in. We are ready to go already. Let's get started.
All right, and we are back to 3v3s. The combo that EC Defiance has picked is Bird, Nana, Parks, and Green Mario as we are going.
Green Mario having to get an early clearance. That's going towards the net. Side flip from KJ, but he gets away with it. Now Divine Waffle
Green Mario, oh. He sort of sabotages Bird, Nana's attack there.
Kind of gets away with it though. KJ yet again getting a big miss. Now
Aquatic misses a save there.
My goodness, what a save by Fiery. Divine Waffle, sorry. Had to do all he could to make sure that ball didn't force itself past the near post. What a start.
Yeah, that situation was dire. That's a great save.
Still going.
And ECD played a little bit more, I would say, conservative here, actually. They're always having somebody back. They're not really doing a full push-up. I mean, it's early in the game. We have no idea. But, yeah.
And it does keep going back and forth right here as well, Andrea. We're seeing what's going on. When one side takes over, the other side drops back. And when that other side starts to take over, the side that took control earlier starts to drop back. Neither really want to keep their net open and take a chance right here. This might be a very tightly contested game 5 that we're going to see here.
Yeah, there's been great rotation in this series. Nobody's been overcommitting too much, really. It's every once in a while you see an overcommit, but it's happened to both sides pretty equally. This is an amazing match.
Yeah, just like that 50, the matchup has been neutral so far. And now the ball goes into the orange half, towards the orange goal. Big center, Waffle, missing. Parks taking advantage and having to clear it off. It's a 2v1 situation. Aquatic avoids the bump. Mario gets it off target. Parks misses, Doughboy misses as well. Green Mario needs to take control, but Waffle comes in and gets this ball stuck in the midfield yet again.
Parks, dangerous little center there. Bird Nana not able to get on the end of it.
Fine Waffle getting into the clutch position yet again. He has been a big factor for Frontera Azul defensively in this game 5. And could he play a part on the attack? Trying to center it. Parks getting in right on time. And the ball is still in the middle. Towards Aquatic, who gets the lead in this matchup just after the first half ended. Frontera Azul are up 1-0.
Yeah, Parks needed to pre-jump a little early there, but that's a hard one. That's a really hard one. awkward position. So we might see another aquatic win. We might see an EC Defiance win. I don't even remember what I was about to say. So we got a delirious SGL night.
This has probably been the closest matchup I've seen throughout this whole season, and we've seen some game 5s in the league right here, but this has been, you know, I mean, it's really tough to call which way this will go.
From Bernana!
Bernana off the midfield power shot. Divine Waffle couldn't save that, try as he might. And once again, when one side takes the lead, the other equalizes, and this time East Defiance tie it up one apiece.
Yep, and once again, we're at an even game, and nobody really seems to be able to take too much of a lead in this series.
Yeah, it might have to come down to an individual moment or a defensive error. Right now, the net is open.
That was the defensive error that you were talking about, and they get away with it there.
PJ with a massive intervention, getting back right on time. Getting the ball out. EC Defiance thought they got the lead right there, but we are now entering the final 90 seconds. Frontera Azul on the back foot. Aquatic needs to clear this out. That he does. Nice center right there. Big boom by the Waffle. Open net. Aquatic gets the equalizer, but with a huge amount of assistance, courtesy of Birdnana.
Oh, that's a beautiful save, and Birdnana, he's trying to do the right thing and clear it out, but he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Ends up with an own goal, and we're with Azul up, and I keep saying Aquatic instead of Azul because I'm looking at the arena, but yeah.
No, I get it. But
beautiful from Parks
comes right in and says, "Don't worry about it, Defiance. I got you." Stepping up, Soccer with Shane, aka knows it. Chat calls him GC Parks, and he is showing his individual skill right there with that solid double tap. 2-2 with 65 seconds to go.
Love a soft sideways hit on the belly of the car. Those are always the best goals when it's just a light tap and you just feel like you got over someone, you know?
I'm with you on that. Those kind of goals can be satisfying, as well as the backflip goals or the side flips where you power it using the momentum of the car that's rolling. And right now, the momentum might be shifting towards Azul. But what a
nice
save!
From Canada!
Another insane save! Defiance holds on, but the ball's back into the middle. Birdnana clears it out. KJ gets demoed after taking control. And EC Defiance hold on with 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and there's just been some great defense here. And we might be going to extra time here.
Not oh, Green Mario can have a save, but what a save from Aquatic. Both sets of players have stepped up. It played a big part as we head to the final 10 seconds. Another shot to the middle. KJ gets it out. Now he's going to kickstart the attack, or so we think. We are going into overtime.
First overtime in the cup.
Indeed
it is. Attack starting with Azul, but nobody really there. Birdnana able to get it over into the corner, and it just sort of languishes there again. And Green Mario missing a hit.
Both teams are missing those key hits, and I think that might be playing a part in the overall unpredictability. KJ going for the demo, cannot get both, gets the third. Waffle misses. Aquatic has to get it to the side, and EC Defiance can now step up and potentially pin back this Azul team, but Aquatic does just enough to get it out.
That's a beautiful clearance. That's almost as awesome as some goals we've seen today. Because that's a dangerous place. And Birdnam is just going to sort of hit this out and say, I don't want you to do anything scary. Halloween's over.
What do you think could break, what do you think could be the difference between these two sides, Andrea? I mean, at this moment, it's really tough to call. And we're in game 5.
And in this game has been the closest of all of them. It's really hard for anybody to score right now. Not for lack of trying. There's been some beautiful individual efforts. It's just the defense, the rotation. It's really hard to get by people who are playing at their best.
Oh,
As
but there might be
we
the
might
difference right
smack.
there. Aquatic gets the game winner off of the sidewall. Gets his nose onto that, or the top of his car, just as the ball was reaching the wall. And Azul take the initiative. They are now on match point. They win this game 3-2, and they're now up 3-2.
They are slightly overcommitted there, and there is a bit of a commentary curse of saying that it's hard to get past anybody because nobody's really making mistakes, but that's the way of the world.
Indeed it is. Andrea, do you mind taking over? I just need to deal with a couple of administrative matters for the other matches that are about to kick off. Okay.
So, we are going to go to a funky game mode. I've tried really hard. I know I'm allowed to cuss, but I've tried really hard not to call it a fuck-ass game mode.
Say it.
But okay, yeah, we're going to a fuck-ass game mode. We can't do twos anymore. We already swiped that off the list, so we are going to see hoops or drop shot, I believe, in a little bit. And either of those will be really fun to commentate because with those, unlike Rumble, we all know what's going on. I'm also very glad Heat Seeker is not in here because Heat Seeker is another one that I could say that I think is best left unshown.
And what I need to interject right now because we have our first timeout right here. Frontera Azul call it, yes, as part of this cup tournament. Each team gets one timeout. Frontera Azul call it. We are going to wait an extra minute. So we will kick off at 11:05 Eastern, 8:05 Pacific.
That is fair. So what do you think's going on in the little strategy meeting over there?
Honestly, I think it depends on the game mode that has been called up, but I do need to recreate the lobby. A lot of things going on right now. I need to set up the game mode for this game 6.
Okay. And just, yeah, link me how to get in. Is it going to be the same thing?
Yeah, it will be the same thing. I'll let you know when it's set up. But,
okay. Oh, DC wants to know who's impressed me the most. I would say probably... I mean, it's got to be Dr. Aquatic. As much as I love my ECD people, he has been... Especially in that last game. I mean, oh god, was he the only person on FSD Azul who scored last game? Yeah, no, definitely got to be Dr. Aquatic then. He has been just a menace. Like, the individual efforts from him, I mean, some of those hits off of the floor from the sky, just, it's amazing stuff. I remember now why we lost to them so bad a couple weeks ago. Yeah, three goals in that last game. 3 goals. That's an MVP performance for the ages. What did I have for lunch today? I did not have lunch. I was at work. But for dinner, I don't even remember. I'm cooking risotto tomorrow. I love cooking, but I'm the type of person who couldn't tell you what I had for lunch today. All right, we're at 8:06. How are you tonight, chat? You guys doing good? Yeah, risotto's great. I've loved tweaking my recipe constantly. Sometimes I had pesto, but that just adds another step. All right. Oh, we actually have a game. Okay, the game is going. I need to get into it. Private match.
Yes, sorry about that. Yeah, so the lobby's back up. We are in drop shot right now.
Drop shot.
So far, EC Defiance get a good start, getting a hole opened up in the orange half. Might they get a goal right here? Aquatic does barely enough to get it out. Nice pass to Bisbo, but his ball doesn't go down to the floor.
How much do you play drop shot? Drop shot's one of the ones where it's like, I don't play it, but I actually kind of think it's cool.
So drop shot's basically a game mode where you have to create a goal by trying to destroy the floor.
Yeah.
And you do that.
No, I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a bit different to play because you don't have a goal somewhere. You make your own goal, right? So the rotations and the approach tend to be a bit different. Teams like to be extra chaotic. They like to, you know, just try and dive for the ball and just make it as hectic as possible. But with a lack of knowledge, I can't really say much more than that. I haven't played enough of this compared to some of the other players, but I do know that it's a ton of fun.
And aerials are really important on defense because you don't want it hitting the ground at that point.
Oh, of course. And boost management too, because whilst you do get your boost recharged, it doesn't come up immediately. It takes a bit of time.
Yeah. Nice little hit. Nose trying to get it in that goal there, but it just sort of hits the corner. And you can't really corner hug in this game mode.
Oh, we don't have a corner, per se.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice ground pitch right there. Doing some damage on the blue half.
Nice little defense.
But there's a big gaping hole in the orange half, Andrea. And might this be the first goal?
It's a goal!
Nose gets the lead, courtesy of a bit of assistance from Frontera Azul.
And it's kind of a little... I need to watch the replay. Almost a dunk down, but it works out anyway.
Yeah, it works out perfectly right there. We are now kicking off. There's still a bit of damage on the blue half. The only damage that gets reset is for the team that concedes the goal. So, Frontera Azul to get the equalizer, but right now it is Defiance who are taking control.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful little hit down, and they're able to stop some of the momentum, not make it too dangerous.
Bird, Bisbo,
Bird,
and
Nana.
Nose.
Nice.
With all the damage right
Nice
there.
bit of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Bisbo setting it to their end. That's going right down, but Divine Waffle able to get a touch on it. Take the Venom out.
Gets away with it as well. Gets the touch to avoid the damage.
Bisbo needs to touch this. And that's nearly a goal. Nose trying to create the goal here. I think if it hits that spot that's already lit up, it becomes goal, correct?
If it hits a spot that's lit up, the floor breaks and it becomes a goal.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if there was like a second touch needed or something. All right. Oh, beautiful. Nearly creates a goal there on the orange half. And they're just sort of painting the ones on Aquatics or on Azul's side, but not really opening many goal places as Bisbo able to keep this in. And that is gonna create a little bit more. I don't know how to commentate this as well.
I can help out with that if needed. Right now,
Yeah.
a lot of the damage is coming in from EC Defiance. They're up 1-0 and they are certainly taking control. Azul needs to get a goal right here. Fast too, because once they get the goal, the damage resets in the blue half, and they've already conceded a whole lot of damage in the orange half. So it's now or never for them, and they might concede some more. There might be a bigger gaping hole forming very soon. A lot more damage coming in right now from Defiance.
Defiance is doing a lot of work.
Oh, absolutely. He's doing a great job as well. Their aerial prowess coming to the fore. Frontera Azul struggling
nice
right
touch.
here.
Birdman, a nice touch. Bisbo, another nice touch. That's a goal. And so you don't get anything off of the reset, do you? I mean, there is the consolation that EC Defiance's side is looking truly messed up.
It is, but they're running out of time. We're now entering the final 30 seconds.
Yeah, so for EC Defiance, it's just keep it up, keep it up, keep it up.
Absolutely, it's so far so good for them. Aquatic
Yup.
trying his best, but he gets challenged immediately. And a lot more time getting wasted. I think for Azul, they have to focus on Game 7 now. They have run out of time, unless they get a goal right here. No, because what a save right there by Nose. And as the clock ticks down to 0, chat, we are going to go to our first Game 7 in the cup. We are going to be going to Champions Field.
Beautiful. Cinema.
Indeed. Absolute cinema. And you know what? This matchup deserves it, given how even it's been between these two sides.
Yes, it has been absolutely deserved. If any game this week deserves to go to a Game 7, it's this one. And so we are going to finish this on the soccer field. Two sides doing exactly what they're best at. Which matchups today are you excited for the most after this one?
Honestly, both of them are really good, but I think I'll look forward to Frontera Chrome versus Sounders RC. I think Sounders RC going to want to bounce back, and I look forward to seeing how they do.
Yeah, I think they have a good chance of a bounce back today. I think, and I think that'll be great for their season going forward. Okay.
Yeah, this has to be the kickstart for them this season, because they have been struggling in the league. If they could get something going in the cup, that might be just the catalyst they need to get going in Season 10.
And despite struggling, they haven't looked like a bad team, or even that they really belong in that 8 spot, have they?
Yeah, really. You know, they've had a couple of terrible Game 5 losses. They should have had at least one win. But you know what? This might be their moment. Maybe the extra modes might bring out the best in them.
Yeah, you watch that game against Chrome and you're like, wait, this should, you should be able to do the first part. Like, and I think against a different team, I think they're going to do it eventually, where it's just the first part of that game and they just completely put them away. I could see their first game win, their first match win being a sweep, even.
Indeed. Sorry, we're gonna digress a bit, chat. We're going live with a bit of administrative matters. Andrea, did you check my message in the commentary channel? Do you mind getting
I haven't
set
yet.
up?
Lobby for ECRC,
Yeah. So, just as a heads up, chat, ECRC versus El Matador has kicked off. They're in Game 1 right now. We will be showcasing you what's going on right there real quick. That will be in picture-in-picture as we kick off Game 7 between EC Defiance versus Frontera Azul.
Okay, you want me to go join that?
Yes, please.
All right, okay.
And you'll be catching my action from my Discord live stream.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Play private. Got to do this quick so that
yeah, we don't want to make those other guys wait too long.
Okay, here we go. Should I still be commentating, or what are we doing?
You'll still be commentating. Yeah. So just spectate.
You want me to commentate the SCRC game?
Feel free to go with whatever approach you want. If you want to switch between both, that's fine.
Okay, so I'll pull up your Discord stream on the right.
Yep. So when you're ready to go, let me know.
Okay, I am into theirs, and I have your Discord stream on the right. I am ready to go.
Perfect. So just give me 1 sec to get myself set up real quick. Sorry, a lot of things are happening right now. Could have been a bit better, but you know, here we are.
We have a pretty even game in ECRC's game. They're
yes,
up against.
Absolutely. Feel free to tell them the scoreline too.
They're up against. Is it El Matador?
Yes, it is El Matador.
Okay, El Matador.
They're in Game 1 right
Why
now.
Why did audio just cut?
Chat, it is 2-2 between them with 1 minute to go.
All right. ECRC looking pretty good so far. They've never looked like a team that belongs at the bottom, from what I've seen from them. as Indestructible puts themselves ahead with 41 seconds left. Got the R2-D2. All right, so
We are. Can you get out of the pause screen, Andrea?
oh, sorry. I was doing some things, shifting around some things.
No problem. But here we go.
A
Game
score by
7 is kicking
Utopia.
off. We're going to be getting that up very shortly. And here we go. Game 7. Winner takes all. Who will it be between Defiance and Azul?
Yeah, and I'm really excited to watch that. I'm really excited to watch this. We're gonna turn this on for the main thing after this, right?
No, we'll be going to Frontera Chrome versus Sounders RC.
Okay.
That'll be on the main stream.
All right. Okay. I'm like I have like overload looking at two great matches, by the way. And I think we're going to overtime on ECRC's match versus El Matador. Unless that was nearly disaster.
So close right there. And chat, thank you for your patience. Really appreciate it as we navigate through this hectic night of Rocket League action. Aquatic centering it into the middle. Doughboy coming in, but Parks does just enough to squeeze it out to the side. And Burnana clears it out.
And EC Defiance continuing a just close series with FSD Azul that really has not much separating them. And I think you're going to see that even more this last game as both teams are going to be going all out, trying to lock in as much as their brains possibly can. Because this is one you really don't want to lose at this point. Because it won't feel like you deserve the loss no matter what happens.
Oh, Divine Waffle, missing that touch. Oh, Aquatic too. Parks brings it in to the corner, trying to center it up, going for a solo effort. Bisbo and Bird hanging around the midfield. Bisbo does just enough to center it to Bird. Off the backboard. Bisbo couldn't get there. Great defensive stand from Azul. And now Frontera are going to push up. But they meet
over
the
on
brick wall known as Bisbo.
And over on ECRC versus El Matador, you have a beautiful air dribble from Indestructible into a beautiful shot from Luis, and everything that ECRC works on turns out to be nothing. And we are going to game 2 with El Matador up 1-0.
Indeed, and that is massive for them too. They needed that game 1 win against ECRC, but ECRC does have the chance to pick their game mode. We shall see what they have set up right there as we focus on the action right here. Bispo with a power shot into the open net. And EC Defiance take the lead in this game 7 with 1/2 of Rocket League action remaining.
Beautiful pass off the ceiling from Birdnana there. And it looks like we might be going to drop shot over here on ECRC versus El Matador if the chat is to be believed.
And on the mainstream, Aquatic, big bounce off of the corner. KJ coming in to get the equalizer. You know what? This is just as you'd expect from these two sides. When one takes the lead, the other comes back. And here we go again, Andrea.
And just so close from Bisbo too. You really feel for him. He's at the right place at the right time, and he's just a little bit far behind, and there's really nothing he can do about it. He just has to sort of watch as his save nearly hits it wide, and instead just sort of hits it to a different part of the goal.
And honestly, just like every other game, Andrea, I just have no idea which way this is gonna go. It's been that kind of matchup.
At this point, it feels impossible to know. I feel like we will not know until the final second, and even then, it very likely could be an overtime game. I could see overtime here very, very easily.
The ball hangs around the midfield. Waffle going for the double. The follow-up not on target though. Unfortunate right there. Aquatic did all he could. And now KJ maintains the pressure. Aquatic diving in. Shot to the near post. Parks gets it out. Waffle. Does he have enough boost to go there?
Nice
no, he
shot.
bails out. And Birdnana takes control.
Birdnana's slowing it down after some dangerous things happen to them. He's going to go for a nice air dribble. He just doesn't have the boost to stay too close to it, though. As beautiful shot from Waffle on a pretty open net.
The divine Waffle steps up and makes himself count. Easy Defiance, just a bit too passive in that little moment. Waffle with a powerful shot with 61 seconds remaining. Azul are up 2-1.
Parks is in a good position, but he doesn't jump quick enough. And I said open net, it wasn't open net. I just have two screens playing two different things in front of me right now, and it is a little bit of chaos in my brain.
You are good. And speaking of chaos, a big demo right there. Puts EC Defiance into disarray. They need to reset. Waffle to Aquatic. Aquatic shot on net. Bisbo gets that shot away.
As is some beautiful drop shot being played over here. We have two teams who have really great aerial ability, and they are showing it. Great dunk here from Luis. Spanky, Utopia, Toad Death, they are all playing some great drop shot.
And on the mainstream, Frontera Azul takes the lead. And at the perfect time for them, with 23 seconds remaining, Frontera SD Azul are up by 2 goals, 3-1 in this game 7. Might they get a fourth? They cannot. Bisbo gets it out. Second
Not
chance
the
off the
kickoff
near
you want if
post.
you're
Divine
ECD.
Waffle couldn't turn it in.
Not the kickoff you want if you're ECD, and I think this clock is just going to run down.
Still a chance, but the
It's
boom
too slow.
ends it. And Frontera Azul take this thriller to 7 games, and they win it 3-1 to seal the deal.
There's nearly a beautiful goal in this drop shot, and it literally comes off the corner of the created goal. I did not know there were posts in this, and Indestructible able to slot it home, and we have a 1-0 lead. That 7-game series was amazing.
It was absolutely amazing, but we're going to have to jump right into the second match, Andrea, as we have Frontera Chrome of the Premier kicking off against Sounders RC very soon.
Okay. Ugh.
Just bear with me as I get that set up. Andrea, feel free to commentate this match.
Yeah. Emerald City RC is... I mean, they've been playing really good, but, you know, El Matador taking the lead here in drop shot. And they have a gaping goal here to do something with Emerald City RC. And they haven't really been able to do it. I think El Matador has been really good through the air here. As oh, that's gonna be a goal! Oh! It bounces off the corner. Not really sure how that works. What is physics, you know? But just another almost, just a lot of almost. And I think what Spanky does there almost actually kind of stops them from getting a goal. But it is a weird game mode, and I can see why you might have some own goals or some blocked shots from your own teammate, because it's really hard to understand what you're really doing, and I would be having the same problems, if not worse, because I'm not that level of player. So, and but yeah, some beautiful aerials, and this is a really close match. If Emerald City RC can dunk this in, as they do, Spanky with a beautiful one, we're looking at potentially overtime, and I'm not sure if the sides reset on overtime.
They do not. No, the damage remains, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting. Okay. So there is a definite advantage for El Matador then. But that doesn't mean that it being tied is not a great thing for ECRC, who have a really good chance here, and they're going to want to do as much damage to El Matador's side as they can before this overtime, because there are no open goal spots, so it's definitely going to be overtime. As El Matador able to create an open goal spot for that overtime. And here we go. We are starting overtime, and there's a small open goal spot. El Matador able to just slot it in immediately into the large open goal that is left from earlier in this game before our overtime.
And I believe El Matador are now up 2-0 in this
2-0.
matchup. What a surprise! We've been talking about how good this ECRC side has been this season, but El Matador take advantage right here, Andrea. Are you surprised by this so far?
I mean, from the game, it looked like they were a little better through the area in this drop shot game, but I am a little bit surprised, yeah. But it was very close, and I think the reset mechanics were a part of the problem, and, you know, you start that overtime, but the sides remain the same, and, you know, El Matador has an open goal, and ECRC doesn't at the beginning of that overtime, and so it really isn't even going into that.
Speaking of even, we might get an evenly matched affair right here between a San Diego and Seattle team, this time in the Premier, Frontera Chrome versus Sounders RC. Here we go.
Yep. Oh, beautiful goal from Mega Ducky.
And what a start this is for Frontera Chrome. Kicking it off immediately. Great pass by Chelsea man, aka Larson, to Ducky. Wow, what a start right there. Sounders RC are already on the back foot. They are down 1-0.
And ECRC over here going back to threes. We see I think we see a substitution. Luis, the COOV, and Indestructible. So I believe Luis and Indestructible are still in, and I believe we have the same people from that drop shot game as well on ECRC.
Indeed,
as Toad Death having a good chance here. There's two people to commentate on.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You can focus on the second one if you want. I can focus on the first one. And here, speaking of the first one, Ducky setting up Fiery French Toast. Flying way too far back. Tries to commit to his best to get to the ball. But Fiery French Toast gets the second for Frontera Chrome. And now they're up 2-0 against Sounders RC.
Yeah, saw the replay on that. Crossed him up. Beautiful goal. Oh, Ooh, some mistakes in the back line over here with ECRC. Utopia doesn't get a hit there. Utopia misses a second hit, and Toad Death almost able to poke that out, but it's right to the COOV. Not sure how you pronounce that name.
It's Coov.
Okay, the Coov.
And you know what makes that goal extra special, Andrea? The Coov is definitely the worst player in that matchup. He is... I don't even think he's a diamond. I think he's a plat. And he's playing against, like, high champs and grand champs. And he gets the lead for El Matador here against ECRC. 50ing Toad on the ground and forces the ball into the back of the net. That is a special moment for Coov right there.
That very much is, and it comes off of some defensive shakiness as Utopia nearly slots it past Luis. But just good defense there. As... I really want to be hyped, but it's like the defense is really stopping most of the hype here, and we're having a very close game, just like the first game, just like Drop Shot even was. Drop Shot was very close. We have some pretty evenly matched teams over here.
Indeed, and speaking of evenly matched, Frontera Chrome versus Sounders has settled into an even affair too. After going down 2-0, Frontera Chrome are now having to deal with a much tougher Sounders RC, but just as I say that, the curse of the commentator strikes. And Mecky Ducky assists Fiery French Toast, and because of that, I have to break this out. My fault, chat. That's my fault. You can blame me for that. Frontera Chrome up 3-0.
That's a beautiful poke. And we also, and I don't want to do the same thing, but we have settled in a little bit over here on ECRC. versus El Matador. Hopefully, I do hope that actually changes, because I'd love to see some goals here, but I don't want it to feel like my fault.
Well, speaking of goals, Frontera Cromer delivering another one. This time by
Oh.
Meki Ducky, 69 miles per hour, 110 kilometers per hour. A nice shot, courtesy of Allen'sBangersOnly.com radar gun. We love you, miss you,
And
Alan
Luis has a beautiful little dunk off a great cross from the Couve. The Couve is making himself count in this match.
Deep Sea called him the Grand Plat, and he's definitely showing that as Meki Ducky goes for a dunk. But Sounders RC hold on, and they have to. They're 4-0 down. They look like they might concede some more. Blind barely gets it out, and throughout this whole game one chat, Sounders RC have been on the back foot. They've struggled big time. There was a little spell where they could have come back, trying to take over the midfield. But once again, this Frontera Chrome side, they're so good at absorbing the pressure, and then they strike immediately. Almost a fifth there from Fiery French Toast. Shea Bomb in the chat cheering his teammates on as well. After Frontera Azul got the win, can Frontera Chrome follow up with a win of their own? So far, so good for them in this game one.
Over here, ECRC is sort of being handled. It looks like every game is close, but they just aren't able to quite beat EM on any of these. It's just close game after close game, but they can't get it done in the end, and they'll be looking to turn this around, get themselves a goal, and get back into this.
And one thing I want to highlight, you might be seeing the 2-0 scoreline in the game and also the 2-0 text scoreline. That is not for the game, that's for this match. El Matador are 2 games up against ECRC, and now with this 2-0 lead, they might be going 3-0 up, setting themselves up for a sweep potentially against ECRC, which is crazy to think of. But after their Game 5 victory over KC Cauldron, maybe they are now starting to build themselves up and get themselves going this season.
Yeah, and we have to think, like, if ECRC can't turn this around, what game mode are they thinking? And playing with these players, they are great through the air. I could see they can't go drop shot again, but I could see them going hoops. They could go 2v2. They can play pretty aggressive. As Indestructible putting in a third, making this a pretty hard one to come back from. 37 seconds is possible, but it's not an easy thing to do in Rocket League.
And speaking of comebacks, Sounders RC tried as they might to get a consolation goal. Another team play right there. Ducky to Larson, front flipping into the ball, tackling it into the corner.
Death.
Frontera Chrome up 5-0 in game one.
And Toad Death, right? Pretty quick off the kickoff. Makes this a little bit more interesting. Doing exactly what he needed to do very quickly. To put the comeback on. Without a quick goal like that, it's nothing as the Couve over here putting it away. 4-1, 27 seconds. Just simple kickoff goal. Defense in the back is not up to snuff, and he gets past him.
This is absolutely insane. Couve with a brace, by the way, Andrea, is
yes,
very much
Couve
unheard of.
Couve with the brace and an assist.
Oh my god. That is mind-blowing.
He has been great this game. As the clock is winding down, it's 4-1, and it's really looking like El Matador is going up 3-0 in this series, and we'll see what ECRC decides.
That is absolutely insane, Andrea. Absolutely insane. ECRC down 3-0. El Matador setting up for a sweep. They're in.
Yup.
Wow. You could not have seen this coming.
And the Couve with a brace and an assist. That sounds. Oh, they're saying rumble.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
We should have just. You know what? Last night, we should have just shut our mouths about rumble, and this wouldn't be. I truly feel as if we've we've awakened something in the STL community, as over here we have some hoops.
Yes, you've been asking for it.
ECRC taking him to the dunk house.
Indeed, Sounders RC wanted to choose hoops, and they have Noct and Christmas pairing up for this matchup against Ducky and Fiery French Toast. Two incredibly mechanical pairs right here. We'll see who takes the initiative as Sounders RC are in the blue half.
And hoops is a little interesting because it has this interesting dynamic where it's almost like sometimes when the other team is attacking, you want to keep the ball on the ground as much as possible. And then sometimes when you're attacking, obviously you want it in the sky as much as possible. And there's sort of a little bit of a conflict because there is a way to score off the ground where you roll it up the net. But that's really unlikely, and most of the time if you try to score like that, it's not going to work out. As El Matador and ECRC are back in a game, and we have Rumble. Unfortunately. So the plungers come out. Utopia tries to score off a plunger. Once again, I don't have much idea what I'm looking at.
Well, you know what? It would be nice if I could get to focus on Rumble and you on hoops. That's Ducky gets the equalizer after a great start by Noct and Sounders RC. Good pass by Fiery French Toast to Ducky. Beats both Sounders RC players into the open basket. And Frontera Chrome immediately come back. It's 1-1 in that hoops game.
And that's that precision through the air that you really need in hoops. There's not as much that you can do on the ground that like that. That is a beautiful little air dribble from Ducky just to like sort of slot it lightly up on that net.
And on the Rumble game, in the picture-in-picture, Luis takes the lead for El Matador. And they are one step closer to sweeping ECRC in the cup.
Oh, this is we're getting some great stuff tonight.
We absolutely are. There's so much going on right now. And speaking of much, Fiery off the backboard. Ducky couldn't do much to get the ball out. He was in a rough spot, and Christmas gets the presents out nice and early. Sounders RC are tied yet again, and it's 2-2.
Oh. Beautiful. That's a perfect. I think that goal explosion might work better on hoops than it does on the normal as French Toast. I really thought that was going to bounce up and in. Christmas. Beautiful little knock off the backboard, though. A little bit of goaltending over here from Ducky.
And on the other match, it is tied 1-1 between ECRC and El Matador. What a save! Finally, French Toast coming in for the dunk. Just barely grazes the ball. And Frontera Chrome take the lead after what was an incredible save attempt right there by Christmas. Just unlucky. And Fiery French Toast brings it up to 3-2 for Frontera Chrome.
Yeah, we have some beautiful hoops going on. These are both teams that can do great through the air, and they're doing some amazing aerial shit.
I'm liking the passing play as well between Fiery French Toast and Ducky. But in Sounders RC's favor, they are getting some incredible solo plays going, and they need to bring it yet again. Knocked off the backboard into the midfield. Christmas setting himself up, but Ducky pinches it off the basket. Nice bounce up by Knocked.
Indestructible on Rumble makes it 2-2 with what looks to be close to a normal Rocket League goal, though with a frozen ball.
Oh, nice shot right there by Ducky. Just couldn't get the power. Knocked with a huge clearance. 3-2 with 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. The ball is played loose into Christmas, who doesn't get enough loft on that ball as it slowly meanders itself to the corner. 50. Christmas going for the shot towards Ducky, who was in position for that, and he clears it out to Knocked.
Wonderful night on the dunk house. That is looking pretty dangerous there. Ducky off of a nice bounce. That's all him.
And unfortunately for Sounders RC, they had a good spell of possession, but this Frontera Chrome side specializes itself in holding on and defending and weathering down the opposition before finally striking and getting a quick fire goal. Frontera Chrome are now up 4-2. Sounders RC need to spawn right now, and they have the potential to get more goals. They just need to breach this incredible blue wall.
Yeah, there's been some great defense on the backboard, the literal backboard this time. And it's just really hard to get past when somebody's doing that right. As they're going to try here. Oh, I thought that was a little higher than it was.
But second chance, though.
That's... Ooh.
Barely gets away with it. Ducky taking over. Well, what a flick off of his Dominus. Fire French shows holding on, waiting for this touch from Noct. Takes advantage out. Tries to go for a shot. Off target. Ducky gonna go off the dunk from the backboard. Oh my goodness.
Oh my save! Oh, but he can't quite pull it off at the end. And also over on ECRC, we have a tying goal here from Utopia.
And that comes at a perfect time because that game has entered the final minute. El Matador in the lead. Utopia bringing it back for ECRC. Might we go to overtime there, or might El Matador seal the deal and sweep Emerald City RC in the Premier Cup?
Well, I believe this is game 3.
This is game 4.
So, no, this is game 3.
No, they're playing Rumble. They can only play that in even game modes.
Oh, yeah, it's game 4. Okay, I'm wrong. It's a little overwhelming. As Toad Death says, we want more! Nice little freeze, and Toad Death just too easy for him off a nice pass from, I believe that was Spanky, or was it Utopia?
Oh, no. Oh, no, in the mainstream. Knocked. I thought he was going to get the touch, but the ball goes over him, and Ducky has the easiest goal possible. Just puts it into the orange basket, and Frontera sealed the deal in this game, too. They lead 6-2 with 18 seconds to go.
ECRC kind of getting away with it with an open net here. And they look like they're going to take this off of, at the end, what looked pretty sloppy from them, but this is really good. This could be a turnaround. We could be looking at a reverse sweep. We don't know. There's probably a lot more Rocket League left to be played. Because ECRC is going to take home Game 4 on Rumble, and we are going to go to Game 5.
Meanwhile, in the Frontera Chrome Sounders RC matchup, we are going to go into Game 3. Frontera Chrome win Game 2, 6-2. If you thought that first matchup was dominant, this second matchup has been even more so. And for Sounders RC, they're in trouble right now because, you know, they have the chance to come back with the game mode selection, but even then they're still struggling. So I don't know what it'll take for them to get back into this. I think their only hope is they get incredibly lucky with one of these games.
Yep. And I don't know. I think we go back to normal game mode. I could see Sounders RC taking this. And I feel like I would have said that every game I saw them watch FSD Chrome the first time when they were getting reverse sweep. Because it really felt like those games could have been 1-2. But if they can do what they did for the first few games of that reverse sweep, where they were just dominating, we could see a couple extra games here. Maybe Sounders RC win. Ugh.
Hey, finally some normal 3v3 action, right?
Yeah, normal 3v3s on both sides.
Perfect timing, eh?
Yeah.
Well, here we go. We are now going to be jumping into ECRC versus El Matador. Game 5 between those two sides. El Matador were set up for a sweep, but ECRC get their first win in Game 4. And now for some regular 3v3 action in the... forgot what the name of this map was. Not Urban Central. But anyways, it is an urban map. Good start here by El Matador. But they need to go back now. Luis taking over.
Utopia, nice shot, but a little bit wide. Luis is going to hit it over. Spanky coming in, trying to keep that center in their end. Luis just knocks over the corner, makes it not too dangerous. Luis now pushing it up. And we're looking at sort of just good aerial play from both parties here.
It's been even so far, hasn't it? I mean,
yeah.
Both sides bringing out their strongest possible trios, right?
If you had said this was a 3-1, I wouldn't have believed you. The way that all of these games have gone.
It's been absolutely insane, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
We start off with an absolute banger, back and forth affair. Couldn't tell which way it was going to go. And Luis almost getting the lead for El Matador. But ECRC hold on. And now can they get a goal off the counter? Spanky couldn't beat.
Toad Death in a great position. Gets it over one. And that is a beautiful little pop over his foes. And you love to see stuff like that. That's some great individual effort. Cheeky, as they would say.
And what a lead that is for ECRC. They need to get back into this. They've been on the back foot until that game 4, but now they have taken charge. We'll see if El Matador can come back with the ball in their control. No, not really. It's Utopia who's taking control right now.
And, you know, they have their backs against the wall, but nothing's been all that dominant from El Matador. And so you go, okay, well, there is a way to turn this around. This isn't dire. We are in a good spot. We just won a game. Let's get our heads right. And we have some normal Rocket League to sort of, you know, and right there, Toad Death. He just gets given something on a silver platter. And how is he going to say no to what Utopia gives him? Total Toadster, who is a different player from Toad Death, as I have just learned. Not able to do anything with it, but sort of poke it closer to Toad Death.
So for those of you who frequent the Discord server, Total Toadster is Skyline. Skyline not really knowing about Toad's presence in the orange goal. Thought he had the time to bring it out to the other side, but Toad took advantage of that. And now, with his 2 goals, ECRC lead 2-0 with about 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and this is their best performance of the night so far. Everything else has looked close, and they've actually looked like they have a pretty good control of this game. So that's definitely a difference that they're going to look to continue, as we have just sort of not much real good pressure being able to be put on by El Matador in this sequence right here. As beautiful little tap. Oh, Utopia unable to finish it though.
Oh my goodness, what a start by Sounders RC in their game 3, but what an incredible save by Chelsea Man. As we see the trio come out for Frontera Pro, it is Munza Death, Shea Bomb, and Chelsea Man. Knocked though, taking over. Blyant towards the net. Top, middle, EC. Sorry, not EC. Sounders RC, rather. Take the lead, and boy, did they need that. They're up 1-0.
Yeah, and that's great from Sounders RC, and they're going to love having a lead in a game like this. That is going to be something that's really important for them, as Toad Death able to stop a pretty dangerous attack there from El Matador, and that's the first really dangerous thing I've seen from them. Although, with this 2 game format, maybe I'm not even paying attention. I'm trying.
Well, I can help you out with that, because Blyant comes in, gets the second for Sounders RC. And with just above 30 seconds having been played out, this is the perfect response by the boys in green. Frontera Chrome have taken over this matchup, but that's the way you do it if you want to get back into it. Sounders RC up 2-0.
Over on ECRC El Matador. El Matador puts it right back into a game. That dominance sort of ends, and they just sneak one by. And Indestructible gonna look to make this another and tie it up, but he's not able to. There's really good defense there, but from Utopia. So we are back to volatile ball here, and we're out of the sort of lethargy ball that we were playing for a few minutes there. As 10 seconds, though, time kind of got away from us. And it really looks like with the ball in the orange end, not much able to change here. As Utopia! 0-second goal. Everything stays in the air, and we are at 3-1. So we have 2 ECRC games in a row, and we are going to a game 5 or 6. Game 6. And
right.
we'll see what game mode they pick. I'm very, very interested. I love to see these other game modes. And no more Rumble. No more Rumble because they already did it.
That is right. Meanwhile, on the mainstream, Frontera Chrome have been on the back foot. Sounders RC have taken over. The Mun's substitution, along with Shane Bob coming in, has caused them to be a little bit unsettled. And knocked gets the third. Christmas was there as the insurance policy. Great two-touch to set himself up. Boom! Off of the left flank into the middle. Chelsea man had no boost to get up there. And despite being comprehensively beaten in their first 2 games, Sounders RC are back and they lead 3-0.
EC in the chat saying up 2, park the bus. Now they're up 3. It is definitely time to park the bus, play some classic Schmetzer ball. Defense, always defense, and if they can do that, they're coming away with a win here. As they go for another goal, that's FSD Chrome. Munzadeth barely able to slot it past. It looks like it's saved for a second, but just not enough. And that's that.
So
but
close
3-1
to.
still.
So close. Munzadeth getting back into it now. He had a bit of struggle the last time they faced each other in the league. But now Munzadeth getting back into it. We'll see if this can spur a comeback for the Frontera boys. Ball still in the orange half, though.
There seems to be nobody in the match that I was in, so I need to figure out what's going on there.
Yeah, I'll sort that out. Don't worry about it. Meanwhile, you can commentate on this match.
Okay, cool. All right. So, 2 minutes left. Sounders RC in a great position, but FSD Chrome looking for a comeback, starting it off right with a goal there. And for Sounders RC, you gotta keep this out. You gotta play your good defense, rotate. Beautiful save there to do the same. Luis is sending me a friend request as we are in. Okay, we are going 1 minute 30 left, and a lot can still happen here as a beautiful shot, but it's off the crossbar. Christmas comes in to clean it up, and we have a 4-1 game.
Oh my goodness, Shay and Mud's both going for it. They both missed the ball. Open net. You couldn't ask for anything more if you're Sounders RC. And they restore the 3-goal advantage with 76 seconds to go. Oh my goodness, what a kickoff attack. Open net. Blind could not get the 50 on Shay. And Sounders RC are running away with it in this game 3.
Yeah, Sounders RC is having one of the best games they've had against a really good FSD Chrome side. And it's not looking like much can be done with 4-1 here. Sounders RC playing good defense. I don't want to curse them, but, you know. As a beautiful little popover from Christmas, and that's a nice save, too.
I like the tone shift right there, by the way. That was incredible.
Yeah, no, because I thought for sure that's going in, but maybe my diamond lobbies are a little bit different than their champ lobbies. And over here on ECRC versus El Matador, I'm thinking we might be doing twos.
We are indeed. Here we go. Twos. And it is Luis and Indestructible for El Matador versus Toad Death and Spanky.
Toad Death has an amazing pass there. The type of thing that you need in twos, but he cannot catch the rebound. He's very close to catching the rebound. And my latency variation makes it harder for me to see what actually happened there.
Uh-oh. But on the other side, Sounders RC comprehensively beat Frontera Chrome by 4-1. Take a quick look at the scoreboard right here before we move on to the mainstream. All right, that's all I'm going to give you guys, because we're going to jump right in to the 2v2 matchup as El Matador are up ahead of ECRC, and they still have match point, by the way. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. And Spanky over here trying to center it, but there's just really nothing there. Spanky might be able to push that forward. Indestructible just sort of slots it to the side, takes the venom out of it. Toad Death trying to keep it center in their end. Indestructible corner. And we're seeing sort of, ooh, nice little air dribble. And that's a beautiful shot, but a little bit off. They're playing good defense as the attempted demo goes to nothing. You know, you see that a little every once in a while when you're playing in solo queue. Somebody tries to demo you, you jump right over them. Don't really know why he thought that was going to work, as Spanky is able to get past them. Sort of a defensive bust as they overcommit to that attack, and there's just no way to get back to that.
And what a perfect time for that equalizer. Open net, not what you want if you are El Matador. Now they need to reset.
No, it is not. And you know, they're keeping their reverse sweep hopes alive here. With 3 minutes 20, who knows what can happen? But I think the way that this game is, the only thing we can guarantee is that it will be close.
Indeed, and we are just about ready to go for the next game between Sounders RC and Frontera Chrome.
As Luis, beautiful little shot through the air. Just some mishaps on defense here, or actually a beautiful pass from Indestructible. I thought Toad Death was hitting that up on the wall. It's Indestructible passing to his teammate. Great pass through the air from the ceiling, and we are 2-1 El Matador here.
Meanwhile, on the mainstream, we are in a drop shot game between Frontera Chrome and Sounders RC, and Frontera Chrome get the best possible start with a good bit of damage in the orange half. And Knocked responds in kind, gets a bit of damage coming back.
Oh, nice demo. Nothing doing with it, though.
By the way, Frontera Chrome do make one substitution. Fiery French Toast comes back in for Munza Death. Shaybob sticks around. Oh my goodness, what an incredible bit of damage from Christmas.
Oh.
And now Sounders RC need to hold on because Frontera Chrome are lighting up the tiles in the orange half, and Shaybob picks his spot. He gets the opening goal.
Oh, beautiful from Luis.
They lead 1-0.
Nice shot from Toad Death. Luis able to clear it off. And nothing is just connecting here. Good defense from El Matador. Luis going off backboard. Indestructible. Nice shot. Toad Death is able to just push it off the wall there. And they don't want to overcommit. They kind of disengage there, and that's the smart thing to do, especially up 2-1. And so we have really good defense here, and Toad Death trying to do the same thing, but at the same time, they need to commit a little bit more because they are down, and Indestructible able to just no boost for Toad Death to get back into that after he whiffs a save there, and there's just nobody there.
Meanwhile, in the other game, Sounders RC need to hold on tight because there's already some damage in their half. And there's a little opening too, but Christmas was so close to getting the shot off. He barely misses the ball, and now he needs to clear this out. Good use of boost right there. Beats Fiery French Toast. No one able to follow it up. Chelsea Man brings it out. Knock takes over. He's going to dribble this out. but Shaybom's right there to challenge him instantly. Gets a good amount of damage in a big gaping hole. A big goal opening up in the orange half. Sounders RC need to get the equalizer because they might concede too. And Shay gets the second, courtesy of a great assist from Chelsea Man. Andre, you there?
Yeah, I am there. I'm just watching this game intently, but I'm like choice paralysis between these two games. But I'm mostly watching ECRC versus El Matador, and it is really looking like save some. Oh no, Spanky accidentally saving his own his own teammate does, likely being a goal there, and now it's pretty dire. You have 10 seconds. It's gonna be really hard to get two in fast enough to have anything but a loss here, but this has been an amazing game between ECRC and El Matador. El Matador taking it 4-2, and it has been close all the way through.
What an incredible effort there by El Matador. They beat the Cauldron, and now they beat ECRC in the Cup. They're through to the upper semifinals. El Matador going through, and ECRC going down to the lower quarterfinals. Or sorry, lower round one.
Can I just say, great performance from the Couve as a platinum player in that last normal game. 2 goals and an assist. That is crazy stuff against champs and grand champs.
That's the beauty of SGL. You can see players like Couve step up and play a big part. He did it before last season against ECRC, no less, getting a big dunk on Gojo, which was one of the goals of the season, one of the highlights of the season, rather, of Season 9. And, of course, he had to do it against ECRC. He seems to love playing against them. As we turn our attention to this main matchup between Frontera Chrome and Sounders RC. Frontera taking control. Sounders RC keep getting the damage, but they just cannot get one shot towards the open hole into any of the goals. Frontera doing just enough to keep the ball away from them. Sounders, they need to get a goal back right now. Just able to get the damage, but not the meaningful shots as the ball goes into the other end. And even more damage in the orange half. Andrea, this is big trouble for Sounders RC.
Yeah, it really is, and it's their half is looking a little bit messed up already, and they're down 2. They already have open spots, and there's 10 seconds left. It's pretty dire as they almost make a goal there, and it's just gonna end with a 3-0 with Shaybomb.
That's game set. Frontera Chrome are going to take game 3. They're up 3-0 here. They will be up 3-1 in this matchup. Sounders RC, they did come back to beat the team of 3 developers in game 3, but now with Fiery French shows coming in, they concede game 4 to Frontera Chrome without even scoring a goal. And now Frontera Chrome are on match point. Sounders RC looking very likely to go down to the lower bracket.
Yeah, and well, our last normal game, we had Sounders RC taking it. Let's see if they can continue that momentum and say, okay, well, in the normal games, we're gonna try to clean up. And do you want me back in?
Yeah. Join back in. Same credentials.
So SGLS 10.
Wait. One sec. I'll pass over the credentials actually, because it's not the same. Okay. My mistake. There you go.
Apologies for this, guys.
Yeah, Andrea, I really am very appreciative of all that you're doing right now. This is not easy, for you to come in here and deal with all of this at once, but you've done a stellar job tonight.
Oh, no problem. I've really enjoyed commentating. It has been a little bit brain frying to do 2 at once, I will admit, but we've had a great night, and we've had some good games, some really good games. All right.
We have had a lot of great games. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure everything's good to go. We're just waiting on Sounders RC to join in. Taking them a second to come on in.
1261 is insane. Can I just say?
Oh yeah.
That's a stat. Is that just a drop shot thing where the stats are like usually really high?
Yes, because you get a lot of points for damage.
Oh, okay.
So essentially it's 10 points per tile, but if you get like ultra damage, you get even more points, so you can really add them up very easily.
Yeah. Okay. That's an interesting. I mean, it doesn't really change anything, but I just saw the number 1261. I was like, oh my god, Chelsea man killed.
Oh, he did. He was really good. I mean, he was getting all the big 50s high up in the air, down low. He was the catalyst for FSD Chrome as they were getting all the damage in the orange half. And speaking of damage, might they seal the deal and win this matchup in this 3v3 regular game mode? Here we go. Frontera Chrome on match point. But might we see another game if Sounders RC can come back?
And that's a nice little effort there from Nocturnal. It doesn't really amount to much in the end, but we're seeing them coming out pretty aggressive, and that makes sense as Noct is able to get a shot, but Munza dead. Nice little save, Christmas, a little too high, and Nocturnal right off the backboard, soft little touch, works perfectly.
And that is the team play you need to see from Sounders RC to beat this Frontera Chrome defense. Triple commit right there, not beating them all. Open net for him at the end of the day, but it was hard work, and that effort paid off for Sounders as they lead 1-0 in Game 5.
Indeed. And so now we have Mecha Ducky trying to make it 1-1, and they succeed.
And it is Munza Death coming in to clean it up. Ducky with a straightforward shot, which he couldn't make into a straightforward effort at the end of the day. Ball bouncing off the crossbar. Munz getting the big dunk in front of the net. Gets the equalizer. 1-1. And we haven't even played a minute out yet, Andrea.
Yeah, and we already have 2 goals. This is going to be an epic last one because we've had both teams sort of playing great Rocket League here. In some of the weird modes, it's been kind of harder to tell who's like doing well, but between our 2 normal games, we have an even game here. One win for both sides.
I think that might be the difference right here. That's Noct. Gets it over. Everyone in the blue half. Chelsea man playing it to Noct. Munza Death at no match line. Ducky with no boost. And he gets his second, and the Sounders as well. They lead 2-1.
Yeah, no man's land, making it awkward for them. Perfect little hit over to a beautiful part of the net, and we're on to 1-2.
Oh, no,
and I would love to,
oh, that is unfortunate. You hate to see that, Andrea. Ducky getting the touch into the other end. And yeah, Christmas took care of the rest, whether he intended to or not.
Yeah. And I think we'd all love to see more games here. So, you know.
We do, but hey, we're getting a lot of goals in this Game 5, aren't we?
Yep.
We might get one
and
more!
Leon not quite able to get to that. He's almost in the perfect position, but it's just not close enough.
I mean, that is an insane kickoff, by the way. Chelsea man diving his Octane in, making it as big as possible. The ball skips over Noct, and it just creeps into the back of the net. Fortuitously for Frontera, they lead 3-2 in this Game 5. But can we see Sounders RC come back?
Whoa! Oh, they get away with that one. That should have been a goal.
Oh, Christmas couldn't get a good touch right there. Ball goes into the other end. Blind has to do all he can. He gets it away, but Ducky now falls up. Couldn't really get a soft enough touch to keep control. Now he has to go back. Blind keeping it going to Christmas. Great defensive effort right there by Chelsea man. Knocked with a weak shot though, and I think that's it for SRC's attack right there.
Yeah, and it's really looking like they need to hunker down and stop some stuff here. As Lion able to clean it up. Flying over here, the garbage man constantly cleaning up the trash, and that is why we are so close. He has made some great clearances and saves here.
Yeah, he's been incredible defensively. I mean, he plays himself down in terms of his overall defending, but he's been solid here so far. So the ball gets played to the middle.
And not able to get a shot on. And Christmas cleans it up.
You hear the jingle bells, and you see the presents fly. You know what that means. Christmas is here. Getting the huge dunk into the back of the net. 3-all with 2 minutes 30 seconds remaining. Can Sounders take us to game 6? They're trying as they might, but now they need to hold on and make sure they don't concede a fourth.
Beautiful little tap, but it's just right in front of Mekaducky. And, you know, I can hear the Christmas bells. I can hear Mariah Carey. We could absolutely have a Christmas clutch to get us to another game here. And Lion...
Oh, no.
And that's the difference. Lion's been cleaning up all day, and the one time he doesn't, it's just right through.
Lion? Oh, I don't think he was aware of where he was. Just got drawn towards the ball a bit too much, left the net a bit too open. Buds of Death with enough power to get it past him. And after 26 seconds, Frontera Chrome take the lead yet again. And this is really unfortunate for Sounders because they've been so good on the attack, but they just keep getting punished in the back. Can they hold on, or will we see Frontera get a fifth? Ball gets played out to the corner. It's loose. Christmas gets challenged by Ducky again. Knock, though, gets up. Blind needs to take over, but he just goes for the boost instead, which...
Knocked in Christmas.
Oh, you don't like to see that, though, Andrea. You somewhat have to take charge. If there's a double commit in these moments, that's going to be trouble. So the ball goes into the orange half.
50. Nocturnal, Lion, another double commit, and they're just both going for the same thing. One of them has a better shot, and I don't think the one with the better shot is the one who takes it there.
Oh, Ducky doing a great job bringing it into the middle. Just couldn't keep it close enough. He had 0 boost throughout that spell, too. Shot by, I believe, Larson, but just goes wide. Now, Noct trying to take over. High up to the corner. Bouncing it off the ceiling. Oh my goodness, what an insane touch by Muds, by the way. That takes balls of steel. And he showed him right there as he brings it out.
Christmas making a nice little save there. He's going to try to do something with it. He gets a nice little flick. Noct not able to push it further up there. Lion sort of getting something good there. Noct up. Not exactly on target, though. Lion has to try to make this an attack. They're running out of time.
Final 30 seconds. Frontera can hold on right here and seal the deal. But Sounders RC are starting to pile up the pressure. Oh, but a miss like that's not going to help. Chelsea back towards the middle in front of the net. Blind does just enough to keep the ball high up. Yeah. But it's still in the orange half, Andrea. That's not good for them.
It's going too slow. You don't want it going slow like this in a moment like this. And yeah, they need to get it off the corner, and it's just not in the right direction. And FSD Chrome is going to take this home.
And that does it. Game, set, and match. Frontera Chrome concede 1 game in this matchup. They concede 3 in this game, but they do just enough to win game 6 and game 5 and this whole matchup. Frontera Chrome are through to the upper semifinals. Sounders RC go down to the lower round 1.
And that is our final game for the night, I believe.
That is correct. We are done. 3 matches played. A lot of chaos.
Woo!
There you go.
Oh, my head.
Yeah, take a second to breathe, Andrea and chat.
Yeah.
There's been a ton of action today. I mean, we start off with a game 7, 7-game banger. It was so tight, you couldn't tell which way the match was going to go between EC Defiance and Frontera Azul. At the end of the day, Frontera Azul come out 4-3 winners. And then in the Premier Cup, you see one surprising result and one expected result. Here's the expected result. Frontera Chrome beating Sounders RC 4-1. And the surprising result, El Matador beating Emerald City RC 4-2.
Yeah, and I mean, we've had every game. I mean, the matches tonight haven't all been close, but every game, individual game, almost all of them have been super close. And so it's been a great night, and we've gone pretty far because I don't think we've had a single sweep today.
No, we have not. Sounders RC, we have you to thank for that. That was an incredible Game 3 performance from you guys to get back into it. It's just unfortunate because this Frontera Chrome side, you know, they can rotate a whole lot and they can still beat you if you're not ready for them. And Monza Death coming out big in this Game 5, by the way. Man of the match, courtesy of Frontera winning. Nocturnal tried as he could, though. 7 shots, 2 goals. Just trying to be involved everywhere. When it came to the little moments, Andrea, when they tried to, you know, take control of the midfield, the whiffs played a big part, and that's what allowed Frontera Chrome to eventually see this game off.
Yeah, there were some whiffs, and that's always something that's going to make it a little bit harder. You're not getting as good of positioning, and even when you're hitting stuff, even when it's not going in, it's where you want it to be, right? It's on the other end, and you're getting maybe harder hits onto while you're clearing, and so you're getting rid of danger quicker and all of that good stuff.
So, Andrea, it's been a long night, but we are not done yet. We will have a couple of interviews coming up. Yes, that's right, 2 interviews. We will have a Frontera Chrome interview followed up by an El Matador interview. Both of our winners coming up and chatting with us. We will start with Frontera Chrome, though.
All right. And are we having any interviews from the other game?
I'm gonna check on that. Just give me 1 sec.
Okay.
But let's get started with the Frontera Chrome interview. Just about ready to bring them in.
Whew.
Yeah, take a chance to breathe because there's going to be a lot of talking going on soon after.
I am lucky that I, for once, don't have work tomorrow. So I'm going to sleep in. Like, in.
There you go. Chat, Andrea, here we go. Welcome on in. Monza Death of Frontera SD Chrome. Muns, you played out the final... they played out the third and the last game right there. Third game not so good. Fifth game way better for you. Did it help that you went back to a regular 3v? Actually, no. Did it help that you already played that 3v3 game mode in Game 3 and got yourself familiarized against Sounders RC?
Well, let me just start by saying, guys, it's an honor to be here. I'm thrilled with the victory, but I'm even more thrilled to be in the presence of you all. And you do have a top-notch operation here in SGL, and I'm a big fan. So just props to you guys and all you guys do. To answer your question, yes, it definitely helps coming back from Game 3, having a kind of a little bit of a toilet game for myself with the feels backflip and a little bit slow reaction leading in a couple of those goals, just warming up. Props to my teammates having faith in me, bringing me back in for Game 5 there. Did feel much more comfortable that one. We got some lucky goals, so we can't just celebrate, you know, like we played that well. But some balls bounced our way, and we're happy about it.
I mean, sometimes luck is what you create, right? You have a goal from you that felt a little bit lucky, where it looked like it was almost saved. It sort of goes to the side, and then you finish it up, but you're in the right place, right? So whether that's luck or skill, it's really hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, Christmas is a really good player, so you always kind of expect him to be in the right place. And sure enough, I got there what I thought was super quick, and then sure enough, Christmas rebounded in the goal really well and had the pretty much perfect 50 on me. But to your point, yeah, I kind of just lucked out, and it just ricocheted right to the post and kind of stayed in somehow. And I was kind of expecting that ball to pop out and not stay in somehow. But yeah, luck bounced our way that time.
Oh yeah, I was like, how? I was like, am I having internet issues? That's a crazy deflection.
Yeah, hey, we take those. That's kind of what we said in the moment too, when most of those goals went in. Like, oh, we'll take it, but not exactly by design.
So, I brought up your incredible Game 5 performance right there after your struggle in Game 3. You were struggling before this as well. Last time you played was against Sounders RC in the league. And they went up 2 goals when you were playing. Then you got subbed off. Fiery French Toast came in and, they reverse swept. Now that you got this good performance in against the same Sounders RC team in a 3v3, do you feel like you're finally settling into SGL this season? And do you think you'll be able to go much further and showcase your true self in this league?
Well, I consistently say to everybody that'll listen, I cave in pressure. I do not do well in bright lights such as SGL, and these are the brightest lights I've ever performed under. So I wilt under the pressure constantly. It's kind of how I roll. And you know what it does though is it lowers the expectation level for everybody else so that they can feel more comfortable to achieve. So me, sucking it up in those first 2 games last time sort of opened the door for Fiery French Toast to come in and just dominate. So I'm kind of adding a lot of glue to the whole operation is the way I look at it. By playing poorly, it actually helps the team. It's kind of strange how it works.
And I have noticed that is something that SGL does, where it's like you think in your mind, oh, this is just a little for fun league, and then you get into the game and there's all this pressure and you actually feel kind of anxious about it. How do you sort of get around that? What are your best ways to cope with that?
I'm still trying to figure it out, in all seriousness. One thing that we do is like we have at Psionics a in-house tournament that a few of us play in, and it kind of gets you used to those butterflies of like the big match and like there's people on the stream like watching and that kind of thing. So I do have a little bit of experience kind of playing these little pressure-filled games like this with a little more eyes on them than your typical ranked game. So I think that's the best secret, or the best method I've found, is just repetition, playing more matches like that, getting comfortable being uncomfortable, kind of. Outside of that, it's just kind of, being prepared and like try not to be rusty when you show up on game day like I was that first game today. That typically helps out.
So it's a good thing you brought up that Psionics tournament because, in that Game 3, it was a team full of devs. You, Shay, and Larson, aka Chelsea Man in game. How does it feel to come together as devs, outside of work, basically, or your work environment, coming together here in SGL? What's this like for you all? Like, how do you describe this experience?
It's really cool. I mean, like we tell people at work about it, about SGL, and everybody's like, really kind of excited about the idea and tells us how cool they think it is. It's cool. Like that's kind of part of the reason we team up together here in SGL is like for the meme factor of having 3 devs on the same team, because it's not our best lineup by far. Like any lineup with me, and it's not going to be our best lineup. But yeah, it's kind of cool. The funny thing with our Psionics tournament is like we have all these kind of storylines and like inside jokes and stuff. And one of the longest running ones is this big sort of make-believe rivalry between me and Shaybomb. It's kind of the running joke of the league, how like I don't know, I don't even know how it started, but it's some kind of made-up rivalry where everything turns into a comment of like, if I do something good, people will make fun of Shay, and if Shay does something good, people make fun of me. So we kind of have that funny dynamic going back to the in-house games at work. But I think we have good chemistry and good vibes and comms and everything when we play here. So it's a lot of fun.
It is indeed a good meme being devs. I mean, you can be like, wow, they edited the code or something like that. So I guess a joke question would be, what's the next big fuck ass game mode?
I'm gonna go with no comment on that one. I think that's the safe answer.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, it's incredible. We have a dev right here. We haven't even asked dev-related questions, but this is not the time and place for that. Chat as well. Hold off on it for now. They're here to play SGL, not to do work. All right, so wait until they're comfortable. I know Shay's been in our Discord chat's been talking about stuff about the game. Kind of acting like a community rep in that sense, but Okay, Shay and chat just said I have a lot of questions. Let's hold off on that for now. Before we, digress too far into this interview, Muds, one last question. You guys are on a roll. You guys saw off Sounders RC after playing them in the league. You guys are now in the upper semifinal. How far do you guys think you can go in this cup, given some of the other teams that are in here, and given the game mode factor at play as well?
Who knows? I mean, it's really tough to tell. We know how good the competition is in this league. We've seen it firsthand this year and this season and last season as well. And yeah, the thing that's interesting about this format is that the extra modes really just throw a monkey wrench into things, and anything can happen. And none of us are particularly I don't think any of us on our squad main any extra modes necessarily. We're fans of the extra modes and play them here and there, but we don't really I think somebody said in the drop shot match today, they started for the first kickoff, somebody acknowledged I don't know how to talk about the rotations, I don't know how to calm in drop shot, and we all kind of got a laugh out of that. And I think that's kind of the case with any of the extra modes. We're not really used to the movements and how to communicate in those modes like we are with threes, so it's just kind of, it's a total wild card. Anything can happen. So I don't know. We're hoping we can just do well and keep playing well together. But who knows how far we'll go.
Andrea, any more questions from you before we give
I think it's time for shoutouts.
There you go.
Yeah, just shout out to you guys again for running this. It's great. Big fan. Shout out for the team for sticking with me after a lousy game 3 there. And shout out to Sounders FC for not choosing Snow Day, because we were not looking forward to Snow Day, and we saw that Blian was a Blizzard Wizard, so we were a little scared. So yeah, we're happy about that.
Oh, there you have it. Thank you, Sounders RC, for not trying to take advantage of Snow Day. I don't think you guys are the only one. A lot of people seem to dislike Snow Day, which is unfortunate, but there you go.
Hey, we worked hard on that.
Hey, I appreciate you for that. I'm a Snow Day enjoyer right here.
Same here. If you worked on hoops, I'm #1 hoops enjoyer, day 1 hoops enjoyer.
I'm just a producer. We don't really do anything. It's okay. All right, thanks, guys. See ya.
Hey, take care. Have a good night, Muds.
Thanks, you too.
Not gonna lie, Andrea. I wasn't expecting Muds to start off, talking about being nervous and all, but hey, maybe you're right. Maybe when people, get on the stream, they're like, oh, the pressure's on their shoulders. They have to impress and, not look like a fool. And I think a lot more players feel that than just you and Muds, for sure.
Oh, I have that issue. It's like in your brain before the match, you're like, oh, I'm doing this for fun. It's with friends. I like the people I'm playing with. This is just fun. And then for some reason, you get in the match and the anxiety turns on. And it's like, you just get that feeling in your chest. You're like, why am I like this? Because I thought we're just having fun. But obviously, when it is a competitive setting, things change.
Indeed it does. Speaking of competitive setting and things changing, one guy who has changed is going to be coming into our commentary booth. Welcome on in, Kuv of El Matador. Kuv, the guy who got 2 goals and the assist in his first appearance. Dude, how are you doing? Another big win against ECRC.
Man, I'm doing good, man. Just happy I could actually contribute at a high level, which I am swinging way above what my rank says. But just able to contribute on the stat sheet more so than my just bumps and chaos that I cause on the pitch with people not knowing what I'm going to do. But to actually get stats to go towards the rankings and to put goals on the board and assists on the board and saves on the board. It feels good, man. It feels good.
And you were swinging. I mean, I don't know if we can pull up the stats from that game. I'm not sure if you were MVP, but you should have been. A brace and an assist in an SGL Premier game as a Platinum. That is... I mean, those are the type of stats that say you won't be a Platinum for long.
Yeah, I mean, something that I've been grinding, and I think it just comes with me playing with a lot of high ranked people like David, Serrano, Maz, Devitt. Back in the day, we used to play sixes a lot more, 3v3s or 4v4s, and I'd be looking to get a touch of the ball maybe twice a game, maybe get a lucky little tap in. I'd be walking out with like 30 points and call that a good game. And now I'm in the depths of hell in ranked, trying to get my rank up, where I'm just having to do everything in these plat lobbies. But it's one of those things, you know, something I tell people in the league. Funny enough, whenever new people come in, they're like, "Why is a plat?" Or last year or last season, before I started playing ranked and everything, I was a gold, just because I didn't play ranked. So it's one of those things. People are like, "Why is a gold in Premier and actually doing all right?" And it's one of those things where I just keep playing, keep telling people just play and have fun. Even if you don't have the rank, you can still prove worthy. And a little bit of luck on some of those goals, but also just fortunate to be there and be able to be at the right spot at the right time.
Well, you had definitely some help from your teammates, but you were also giving some help to your teammates. You had a beautiful assist on, I believe, was it a Luis goal or?
I believe so.
Okay, and you're backing up your team quite well. If you want to talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always there as like the rotation guy. Me and Skyline, or Toadster in game. Me and him are the swap out duo, which is basically the role I had with the OG3 of me, Caesar, and Luis before we swapped out. Even back in the day when we had 6 people in our first season, I was always usually like the outside guy, like the fourth guy, like what would be like a 6th man in basketball, just ready to get in when I can and just do what I can. And that comes with just playing and having fun. We don't really like scrim or like play that much, but when we do, it's just good vibes, just playing around. And I've played with Luis now for 3 years, so I know he's just always going to be all over the pitch. And I know usually whatever he's going up for a certain dribble or he's going for the ball or what his boost looks like now with the new boost system, I can kind of predict what crazy stuff he's going to do, so I can usually read it to where if I need to stay back or go forward. And having different play styles and teammates with Skyline and Gnostic and everybody else on the team, it's one of those things where like I gotta adapt to them a little bit, and a little bit of the rush showed in some of our earlier games this season, but playing more and more with them and just getting the good vibes up and everything, it gives me good opportunities. Like the assist to Luis was purely I don't think I can get this in, but I know Luis is at my back shoulder. I literally hear his car and like flying through the air, like let me just hit off the wall and give him a chance at it. We knew ECRC doesn't challenge for the ball. They like to sit back and put everybody in goal and play defensive, so we knew we had an opportunity to just attack and play how we want to, and they just took too much pressure for themselves, in my opinion, and we were able to capitalize on that assist. And the 2 goals I had were bumping, we're demoing, and we're just causing havoc at the back and boost starving them, so it just ended up working out for us and in the end. And again, lucky and fortunate to be able to serve up my teammates and also take opportunities.
So you pushed ECRC to a bit of a wall, and you get them 3-0, and they start winning games. And is there the feeling that, oh crap, here we go, this is a good team, we might be in some trouble here?
I mean, not at all, I'll be honest. Our mentality is, I mean, the mentality for this team is insane, and some people might call it big ego, but we've always been a team that up until last season was always challenging, but we sit here and we have fun in this league. That's what matters most to me. It's one of those things where we just go out there and we know the quality that we can put out and the quality that we have on the pitch, and we just do what we can. I mean, the game in Rumble, it was one of those things where literally just the power-ups at the very end caused us to go down. I believe we lost that by 1 goal, or like technically I think 2 maybe, with like a last-minute score or whatever. And whenever we did the follow-up match of 3s, it was a close game as well. And as soon as we knew like we had the opportunity for 2s, we knew we had the advantage in that aspect. Luis and Gnostic play 2s all the time. Or I say all the time, they know each other really well, let me say that. And it was one of those things where we just felt very confident going out there, and they showed a dominant performance. Even the scoreline's 3-1, it could have easily been 7 or 8-1. So it's one of those things where we don't really, like, if we start to drop a game or 2, and we're just realists. I mean, look at that Rumble game, like I said, it's just one unlucky goal at the very end to lose that game. The next game was, I believe, a 2-goal loss, which with one goal coming in at like the very last second from someone from the team that wasn't Toe Death. I don't really remember. And then just losing those games by like 1 or 2 goals, we're not too worried about it. And we were able to capitalize and just keep moving, act like nothing happened.
Okay. Maz, you have anything to add?
Yeah, Coop, were you expecting EM to even get a win over ECRC tonight? I mean, you know, they still had a good trio out there with Toad, Spanky, and Utopia. But you guys overcame them still, and without even taking this to 7. I mean, are you surprised by the end result?
Not at all. I mean, and this might sound cocky and a bit of an ego, but ECRC is one of those teams that's always good, and we know it's going to be a test and it's going to be a fight to the very end. We always love to show up and fight for those wins in those games. We don't sit there and act scared. We don't sit there and back down. We know if we can get 1, we can get 2, and if we can get 2, we can win that series. And as soon as we went up 3-0, we were like, all right, guys, like, there wasn't really a doubt in our mind that we weren't going to win that series at that point, and we just executed the game plan as as Captain Louis says. Just executed the game plan and ended up taking that series home to move on to, if things work out in the bracket, hopefully another EM versus EM matchup. That'd be hilarious. If not, we'll play Timber's Army and Lori Boy and all them, and it'll be a good game either way. And our eyes, now that we beat ECRC, is just can't look in the rearview mirror. Just gotta look forward to beating who's next on the table.
Well said, Coop. Well said. I think it's that confidence and self-belief that can take you guys far. With that said, Andrea, I don't know if you have any more questions, but if you don't, we'll give Coop the floor.
Yeah, shout-outs.
Cool. Shout out Skyline, Gnostic, and Luis. We are the best team. We're gonna win the whole thing. Old EM is back. I feel very blessed and happy to play with y'all. Shout out ECRC. They put up a hell of a fight. They did really well. They put a hand up and they fought back. They didn't roll over. And that's what I love about playing ECRC, is that it's never going to be an easy game. So it's always going to test me to show me to be better and say they're my teammates. We can't just sit there and just play lax. We actually have to try. And shout out to y'all for running, again, an amazing stream. Shout out to Andrea. You did amazing for one of the hectic streams back and forth. Same thing with Maz. Having, 2 series with different score lines and different game modes and trying to commentate both. Y'all did amazing. And stuff like that makes this league be ran efficiently, and especially the quality of these streams. So I appreciate y'all as well. And other than that, that's all I got to say, really. I appreciate y'all.
Much love, Coop. Thank you very much for the kind words. Really appreciate it. And GG's to you as well. That was a great performance by you and El Matador. We will see you guys next time. Have a good night. Peace.
Yes, sir. Y'all too.
Well, Andrea, it's been a long night. We've had to cover so much. We've had to switch back and forth between two different matches. You've had to do a ton too. I mean, huge props to you for, handling all of this. You've been stellar throughout. You deserve a bit of a break, but we can't finish just yet.
We'll get our break soon, but yeah, we gotta look at the bracket.
Let's start with the Championship Cup, Andrea, because that's where we started the night. EC Defiance versus FSD Azul. Match of the season at this moment.
Yeah.
Who cares about the quality? Who cares that it's in a lower division? These two turned up. They went back and forth. This was probably the most even matchup I've seen throughout my time in SGL. I mean, you really couldn't split them up. That's how good they both were. And we were treated
It was so close that you could find something to say about a Rumble match, It almost felt like they were somehow evenly matched at something that I don't know how you match up against each other at all.
I mean, that's what makes their matchup so good. Frontera Azul coming out winners in 7 games. They are now in the upper semifinal. EC Defiance get bounced down to lower round 1, and they await their opponent. Will it be EC Eternal for a Seattle derby, or will it be Axe and Rose for a Cascadia derby?
And I would not be surprised to see EC Defiance even just win out that loser's bracket and make it to the grand final. That's very possible.
You cannot dismiss EC Eternal, though. I mean, you guys are really good. You know, you're starting to get into
No,
your groove now.
we're going through the winner's bracket.
I see why you... Okay. No, don't take it the wrong way. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying, you know, if you guys go
I'm
down
joking
there,
too.
you cannot dismiss yourself. But if Axe and Rose is down there, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I think we haven't gotten to play EC Defiance in a SGL match yet. It's just been practicing with each other.
Oh yeah, that is true. But you know what? It might not be too long. Let's just take a look at the schedule real quick. When do you guys face off against each other? No.
Well, we play Rebellion next, I know.
Yes, and then after that you
Axe and
face
Rose.
off against EC Defiance. Week 6.
Okay. Yeah. We're excited for Axe and Rose as well. That's going to be a great match. Sounders Timbers.
Absolutely. That will be played out tomorrow, by the way. So tomorrow, EC Eternal versus Axe and Rose, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That basically wraps it up for the championship bracket. I mean, we've already covered Los Verdes versus the Rebellion at the start of the stream. Rebellion in the upper semifinal, facing off against Steel Army. 2 top teams facing off against each other right there. One of them is going to go down to the lower quarterfinal to face off against EC Defiance or one of EC Eternal or Axe and Rose.
Yeah. And I mean, mercy to whoever has to face Steel Army or Rebellion.
No, seriously, indeed. As we jump into the Premier Cup bracket, we saw 2 incredible matchups right here. Emerald City RC getting beaten 4-2 by El Matador. Frontera Chrome beating Sounders RC 4-1. Frontera SD Chrome into the upper semifinal at the top. El Matador at the bottom in the upper bracket. Meanwhile, Sounders RC gets sent down to lower round 1 at the top half, and Emerald City RC are down at the bottom half. Emerald City RC will face one of Timbers Army or EM Dallasburn, and Sounders RC will face one of Casey Cauldron or La Cinco Doce.
And I believe in Sounders RC. I think they can be a little bit of menaces down in that losers bracket. I'm hoping to see that. Emerald City RC, I mean, they're a great team, and that was a close game. And their ability to nearly put the reverse sweep on, I think that's going to be scary to any team who's losing up in this upper bracket too.
Big time, absolutely. And as for the 2 remaining matches, Timbers Army versus EM Dallasburn will be kicking off tomorrow at the exact same time as EC Eternal versus Axe and Rose, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. KC Colin versus La Cinco Doce on Friday, 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. And that wraps it up for tonight's stream, Andrea.
Yeah, it's been a pandemonious stream, just things happening left and right.
Yeah, it's been so much action going on, and it is time for us to wrap up and head on out of here. For those of you still here, thank you all so much for being around. Much love and appreciation to all of you. You know, we've had so much good action going on, and you know what? All good things do come to an end. We're going to wrap it up right here. Thank you all so much for joining us. Andrea, much love to you for being here for the whole way. You had to do so much. Much appreciation to you for, you know, handling all of this. And you deserve some well-earned rest.
GG's. And I'll see you tomorrow. Not commentating, though.
Yes, you will be playing. Have a good night, everyone. We will catch you all next time. Peace.